Hello, welcome to Cloud Nation TV. Hello, everyone. How's it going?
What's going on, everybody?
What up, everyone? What's good?
So we got some pretty fine people in here. We got Vet, Maker, Khaos, Ray, and JD. Welcome, guys. And it's another great show happening today. We didn't have a show last week because it was Turkey Day. And
hey, way too much turkey.
Turkey Day in USA.
Dude, we missed my sports show because I was still in a turkey coma on Tuesday. That was my excuse.
The turkey coma is no joke, man. It is no joke.
No, it isn't. It's a real thing. It is a real thing, folks.
That is a real thing.
How many people are still eating leftovers?
Right now?
I still have I cooked an 11-pound turkey. I still got another 16-pounder in the freezer. So
we have the ham, and which I told my wife, I'm like, honey, get rid of that, and just a little bit of the cornbread, and I finished off the last slice of pie.
Oh man,
greasy food, delicious. So, I hope everyone is doing well. I had a nice holiday. So, let's go around. Vet, what have you been doing? What have you been playing?
Nothing lately up until yesterday and today when I finally got my laptop taken care of. My Dell just had shipped it out to repair. They got it sent back. They fixed it in 45 minutes, and all they did was reinstall Windows and said that was the issue, which was not anywhere near what it was. There was something else. So what they did, they said, all right, we're just going to replace it. Here's $1,633. Go find something else. So I was like, all right. So I almost ended up getting what the hell was it? An Acer Nitro. And then I'm looking through the open box and I found an Alienware. So I was like, Alienware, how much will I have to pay? So he rang it up. He's like, $20. I'm like, sold.
Wow, that's the difference was $20.
That's crazy.
Because now if you go on Best Buy's website and put this model in, it's on sale right now for $2,100. Its regular price is $2,400. And the difference between the Dell G7 I had in this is I went from a 10th generation i7 to an 11th gen. But the biggest thing is I went from a 6 gig RTX 2070 to an 8 gig RTX 3070. So I was like, I'm like, hello, PC from the future. I finally joined the PC master race. But I'm still going to be a cloud gamer because I don't like to download things. I'm very impatient with that, and I hate that. So I did play Halo. I finally jumped on the Halo bandwagon and tried that Halo Infinite out. That is fantastic, by the way. I have that locally installed. Yeah, that thing runs beautifully on this. I don't know if it would work on the other one with the 2070, but this thing runs it like, it's like bread and butter. And then I played Cuphead today. That was a terrible idea. That was probably the worst idea I've ever made, was deciding to play Cuphead.
I saw that. I said, he's going to rage.
You played
rage.
I started out okay. And then I kept dying. And the rage ticker went slowly up, and then I imploded towards the end. I was like, I'm done. Because I thought I got like so excited towards the end of it, I thought I beat this one level, and then a tombstone fell and killed me. And I just went silent. And I know the entire chat was like, oh my God, here it is. He's going to blow and just end the stream without even saying goodbye. But luckily, I just ended the game and said goodbye. And then I played Outriders on GFN. And oh my God, that game looked beautiful. On the 3080, holy crap, did that look beautiful. I hadn't played Outriders in ages. I've never played it on GeForce Now. And on the 3080, good Lord, did that thing run fantastic.
They made good fixes to it. And on the 3080, it's just impressive. Like the rig is extremely smooth.
Well, I had seen Project Storm streaming it on GFN a couple of times, and I was like, God, I mean, he must be super close to like the data servers, but I was just like, Vet Mega Rage. Yeah, that was by far one of my premier rages. But yeah, no, that was one of the reasons I wanted to play it was because I watched a couple of his streams of Outriders. So I was like, all right, I gotta check this out over on GFN and see what all the hype is as well. But yeah, that's what I've been doing lately.
A fun game. Awesome. So, Maker, what about you?
You know, I beat Deathloop recently, so
Oh, wow. Very good.
yeah,
Woo!
knocked that out, and I beat Guardians of the Galaxy as well.
I still gotta play
Uh,
that or finish it. I think.
I gotta
Both are
finish it
good
as well.
games.
It's good.
I think I liked Guardians of the Galaxy better, just because I think I liked some of the writing for the characters a bit better. The characters are a bit more fleshed out, backstories and stuff of that nature. Deathloop mostly focuses on the main character and Juliana, which is the woman that hunts you down. But yeah, it's both great games, and I've been playing Foreclosed and Halo Infinite and a little bit of Skyrim. So yeah, a bunch of stuff really.
Yeah.
How would you rate Deathloop?
It's a tough one because for me it's between like a 7 and an 8. Like I see what it's trying to do, but to me, I thought the Forgotten City did it better, where it's trying to, because the goal of it is to end the loop by killing these people. That's the main game loop, and you have to kill them all in one day. You find that out very early on, and the problem I have is it's too handholdy. It puts little markers on your map that it's like, go here, find this thing, and instead of like the Forgotten City where you have to talk to people, you have to try and figure out, oh, this person needs this person to help them out, and then I can figure this out. So think of like a puzzle game, but it like walks you to where the right puzzle piece is. And I'm not a huge. I wish it was a little bit less handholdy. That way, me as a person said, I figured this out, I solved this. And that's where I really liked the Forgotten City, was because I felt like I figured this out. I found out who the person is, and it felt like a detective type thing where you're
good game,
solving all these
Nice.
pieces.
good game.
It should be a difficulty settings. Like it will hold your hand if you want it to or not, because a lot of people will want to jump in a game and just be guided like that. But if it can be toggled off, then that would be nice.
Cuphead should have had difficulty settings because that game was stupid.
Deathloop has difficulty settings, but it's mostly enemy based, like health and damage and stuff of that nature. Like production value, like voice acting and level design and stuff of that nature is really good. It's just story and kind of the core of what you're doing, I feel like could have been improved.
See, that's one thing I like though. I love games that if it has a good story to it. Those are what draw. I think those games draw me more. I get drawn more to those games more than I do anything else.
A problem I also had was after each mission, you have to go back to your main menu, and to me, I thought that broke up the pacing a lot because you're just constantly, you do a mission, go back to the main menu, do a mission, go back to the main menu, and if it was just one big open world that you could just kind of explore and you're on a time limit, I think I would have enjoyed it a lot better.
Yeah.
Awesome. JD, what about you, man?
Oh man, I've been playing again, It Takes Two. I think we're me and the wife were, I don't know how far we're in. I think we're probably got 2 or 3 more chapters left on that.
Where you at? What level? Well, I'll say.
We just got, where he's talking about the book and he's done the couple therapy part, and you gotta get the pages.
Wait, on the couch. Oh yeah,
on the couch. So you got it. So I just got the second page. So we got to get the 2 more pages.
Yeah, you're pretty close to the ending.
yeah, it's a long game. I didn't expect it to be that long.
That
Got
I'm
the wife
super
saying,
impressed with
communicate.
game design. The mechanics are really
The
cool.
game design is really good. It's a lot of different game plays and game scenarios in that game. So it's really nice. Been playing that. Been playing Battlefield, some COD. Man.
Oh, you're like the first person I've heard actually playing Call of Duty. Holy crap!
Well, I got. It was a birthday present, so it was free.
He's like, it's a birthday present. I gotta play it.
Right, so it was free. So since I don't play Call of Duty like that, or I haven't played it like that, it's just refreshing. But that and I've been on a fighting game kick lately, so I've just been going and playing. I re-downloaded Street Fighter 5, some Dragon Ball Fighters. Just got the season, the Character Pass 3 is on sale right now, so I picked that up, and so I'm just on a fighting game kick, getting it in. But yeah, that's
no Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat is downloaded. Yeah. Look, Fight Night, so
yeah. Dude, if they brought a Fight Night game back, oh man, that's all I need. I'll be a happy person.
Yeah.
What about you, Ray? What's going on with you, man?
First off, I want to send a shout out to Eddie. Good to see you in the chat, brother. I hope you're doing well. Because I know he's been recovering from COVID. And then my buddy Kevin, who got his booster. I know he's sitting on the couch and he's also watching us. Thanks for being in the chat, guys. Thanks for everybody being in the chat. Well, I was playing Mortal Shell on Luna. I had to help Khaos, Maker Khaos was in the chat. He was helping me out. I tried that game. I had a dev that was in the chat, and I had somebody from Germany. So they were trying to help me play this game. This game, if you Dark Souls, screw that. I can't do those games, man. That's like Maker Khaos. He can do that. I can't do it.
I played Mortal Shell on. Well, I didn't last very long. I ended up raging out on that one as well. But I didn't have no nice people helping me out. I had people. That's the difference. You get people helping you. I get people like egging me on to rage out.
I was on Twitch. I wasn't on YouTube. I was on Twitch.
Oh, that's
And I think I don't know. They must have saw. I don't know. They jumped on. But Maker
Mortal Shell. I think Rouster actually watched me play that. That is a hard game.
Maker Khaos was a good help because you're supposed to press down on the R stick to lock on the players. I was just swinging in the beginning, just swinging the sword, getting my ass handed to me. And he's like, Ray, go left, go right, go here, go there.
I mean,
you went too far. Those guys are going to kill you. You need to get out of there. And
how did it look, though? How did it look on Luna?
It actually, I mean, it looked and it played all right. I played with this thing right here, and it played pretty good. So
Nice.
Mortal Shell on Luna. Then I'm loving GFN, guys. I mean, all the games. So, but I don't know what it is, but I've been on a hunting simulator, shooting bears and deers.
Jim, he's just kidding, Jim. He's just kidding, Jim.
I love Jim Bear. And look, man, I'm looking at the turds. Okay, this is a deer turd. And this is a bear turd. And then but it was
weird.
Fun. That was it is. That was
getting weird in here.
Got my Stadia Pro Premier Edition. So I'm building that up. I played some Wreckfest on Stadia. That was pretty cool. Played some Foreclosed. I love Foreclosed. Love it. Love that.
I watched gameplay of that with Anthony when he did First Looks, and I will say that one I was actually interested in looking at that one more because it's like an arcade. I'm trying to how to word this right. It's kind of, to me, it's like an arcadey version of Cyberpunk. I think it's definitely got the cyberpunk.
I could give you that. I could give you. It was pretty cool. You wake up in your room, you get your clothes, you click on the music and all that. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then what else? Oh, and then hello xCloud. There's a game called Zero Nations. It came out, I think, back in early 2019.
Generation Zero, you mean?
What did I say?
Yeah,
Generation Zero, right?
No, that's not what you said.
You
What
said
did I
you said
say?
like
Zero
Zero Nation.
Oh, sick crack, guys. Anyway,
What's in that Mountain Dew you're drinking? What's really in that Mountain Dew?
anyway, my son, I was halfway through the game, and my son deleted my shit on Xbox, on the Xbox. So to see it back in the clouds was pretty cool. So, and I'm gonna be streaming that on Sunday. But that's what I've been playing. Let's get on with the show. Oh, wait a minute,
Nice.
DrSpaceman. Hello, what you been doing?
Can't forget the dot.
Can't forget the diggity dog.
So yeah, I've been pretty much stuck on Halo whenever I had a tiny bit of time to game because, well, my eldest son hasn't been feeling too well, so it's been keeping me a bit busy. But other than that,
It's like green box behind you. Isn't there, there's like a green box. I swear it looks like a Microsoft device of some sort.
this right here,
JD, do you know what that is?
That's a subwoofer.
I don't-
so
it looks
I
like
can
a
hear the
speaker.
bass.
I tell you this, man, my son don't behave. I'm sending it back to Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I got the Xbox Series S over Black Friday deal. Yeah,
Nice.
we had to do
Nice.
something.
Which
I
that
got
was
an
one
Xbox
of the top
computer.
selling. That was one of the top selling Black Friday things.
I think the S
Black
was, yeah.
Friday,
The S
it-
was.
Yeah,
the
the S.
Series
Yeah.
S is the console with the most sales on Black Friday. I
guys,
guess
I'm hungry.
the reason like people were calling out, oh, it's because it was the most stock. Yeah, it was available in more stores than any other console that are out of stock. But I can attest it's also a very solid console. Yeah, it won't do like the 4K 120 FPS in the big games with max settings and all. But it's surprising the quality of the games you're getting with that. It's a very solid small factor console. It's very tiny, very powerful beast. I really love it. I've been playing with that little custom link.
Ooh, look at that. Can you put it a little closer?
Yeah.
Oh, man, look at that.
I know. I saw that. I was like, oh, I need to go buy me one now.
with the gunmetal triggers and D-pad,
See, I'm gonna need that with-
have them put your name
rubber
on
grip.
I need that for my Xbox computer I have here. I mean, my computer's like a
15
Xbox
bucks
now.
$15 for laser engraving. I think it's a tiny bit too expensive for what it is. Like literally, it's just a laser going and writing stuff. Like if I really want to, I could do it at work, but I don't care too much about that personally. But yeah,
It's
I love it. But yeah, I've been enjoying Halo mostly. I tried a few other games. I tried a tiny bit what's Sunset Overdrive. I just started the intro and I think I'm gonna play this game whenever I give myself time to play some other games because it looks pretty solid. Insomniac Games, the only game they made over for Xbox. So, but yeah, Game Pass is a solid value. Played like some Forza and a bunch of other games in the stream the other night. Yesterday, I tried the direct streaming with the Xbox. Ran fantastic with the camera and everything. So
Nice.
it streams directly.
Yeah,
to
I
Twitch.
watched it, and then I watched it. It was actually really nice.
Yeah, it was streaming over Wi-Fi, so I didn't even have the Ethernet connected to it.
Wait a minute. You
And-
didn't have that on the. You didn't have the Ethernet. Wow.
I've got an Ethernet cable connected, like it's right next to it, but I decided to leave it just on the Wi-Fi just to see.
Okay.
Ran flawless.
If you hadn't said anything, would never been able to tell the difference.
It's like on PC, but you don't have your overlays and you cannot switch to another screen and like show the browser and all. It only works when you're in the game and you cannot change the camera. But other than that, if you're just streaming some gameplay, it's fantastic. I
for the
really
price,
enjoyed the
dude,
experience.
That is like awesome for the price.
Yeah,
it's
and
really
you
good.
choose.
Well, the technology just the way the tech is working. Are we looking around now?
Got somebody.
I know. I'm just like, is that the way everyone's starting to look at the boxes? I'm like, what the? This is starting to look like the Brady Bunch.
Well, my man say you look good in a beanie there, Bet. You know.
I've been hearing that. My wife just says I look like Marv from Home Alone.
Yeah, you got the
Harry from Home Alone. So I don't want to really call myself part of the Wet Bandits because that one sounds. The other name is just as bad. So I really, knowing the people that show up in my chat, I don't need either of those names being used.
Oh
So
man,
ruin that movie for me.
come on.
Anyway, let's go around. Like that's pretty much what I've been doing. I just classified gold 1 in Halo for rank yesterday. Was hoping to get platinum, but I'll work towards it. So, but that's pretty much what's been keeping me busy for that time. So let's look at the chat. Who's in here?
Dude, I haven't even been able to keep up with the chat.
Wet Bandits Nation.
Oh man, come on.
We got Polaris Sucks. What's up, man?
What's up, Polaris?
Polaris in the building.
Megatron X.
Meg.
Good to see you, Meg. Cloudstairs. Awesome. We got Kevin Gaming. What's up,
man?
What's
going on, Kevin? With
Shoes,
that,
what's up?
3080. Can't get that before.
Eddie in the building.
Eddie Player One. What's up, man? Getting back from the COVID. Staying strong.
Hey, man, it's in Minnesota and California. I'm just saying, me and Vet did not bring it. The new strand.
Oh, the Omicron?
Yeah, it's in Minnesota and California.
I know. Yeah. Well, I knew California. I didn't know. My wife was like, "Yeah, it's in Minnesota." I was like, "Oh, well, it wasn't me. I don't leave the house very often."
Yeah, it's scary stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah. Anyway, we got Rouster in the chat. What's up? Dead Mega Rage Outriders is definitely better.
Yo, what up? What up?
I swear, everybody. I feel like everybody appreciates just watching me get angry.
Rouster said, "Hey, Vet, everyone, I'm working while listening on headphones."
Oh, their little workout conversation here was pretty good.
Keep up that iron pumping. Working out. I mean,
working out.
Totally working out right now while I watch.
Yeah, right.
Working out my eyeball.
Oh man, come on.
You know, she's probably
come on, man.
Probably eating like
something like that.
Eyes need exercise too.
They do. And we got Rodella in the chat.
Rodella in the building. What up, man?
He's streaming
Mr. Xbox himself. How's it going, my brothers? Apparently, I'm your brother now. I'm Team Green. I'm actually Team Green because it's the only platform that the cloud works like over here. Pretty much every other cloud platform.
He'll go Team Purple once it starts. Once it shows up in Canada, he'll go to Team Purple. That's why we got the purple background.
DrSpaceman is just going to turn to Vet. He's just going to have a whole bunch of logos in the background.
Like NASCAR backdrop.
NASCAR backdrop.
Heard Mortal Shell is very difficult. Yeah, I've been hearing. I need to try it. It's on Game Pass. I've been looking at it, thinking of trying it. So it's really like Demon Souls, Dark Soul, and all of those.
Yeah. It's very much that vein. You collect tar and upgrade your shell, which allows you new abilities and stuff.
Coolest thing is when you get hit and you get knocked out of your your shell or your armor. It's like your body's like a ghost, and you got to get back into your shell. And yeah.
When I saw that got that happen, I was like. I kind of froze when I first streamed it because I was like, I don't know what the hell to do.
It was like that lady, the bald-headed lady that hit Doctor Strange in the movie. And kind of his soul went out of his body.
Yep,
that's what it reminded me of.
I'm gonna wrestle with turds are not the same as kids. When we were talking about the hunting game, that we're
Oh,
looking
man.
at bear turds and deer turds.
Hey,
Oh
what
man.
about animal
Oh,
turds,
man.
man, in Hunting Simulator?
Come on
You
now.
got to know your turd if you want to hunt.
Yep, that's a bear.
You got to taste the berries.
He's looking for Mr. Hanky Poo. That's what he's looking for.
Dude, I if we switch to the real quick, I caught a couple of clips of the South Park that's streaming on the special that's streaming on Paramount Plus, where they aged everybody about 40 years. I don't know if I can watch that. I'm gonna have to. I probably will not because I cannot. They have Cartman, it's a 40-year-old rabbi married to a Jewish lady with kids, and I'm just like, I can't do it. Kyle's a drunk. Kyle hates him, and I'm just like, dude. I mean, if Cartman does a 40-year plays this out for 40 years just to prank Kyle, hands down, that's like literally the best. Because the only other time he went psycho like that, I remember there was an episode years ago. Scott Tenorman Must Die.
Well,
You know they
there's
got
the
a
episode where he
Titan.
does a Christian band and where he wanted to get a golden record.
I remember
That
that.
Yeah.
was hilarious.
That was hilarious. I died laughing, and they're all posted up by the ocean, and
Yeah, I don't know if I
directions.
if I could do all that. So real quick, since we got Mr. PlayStation on here, have you tried well, I didn't want to I have a PlayStation 2, but I refused to download Marvel's Avengers again. So I was curious if you had tried Spider-Man on Marvel's Avengers.
I watched somebody play it.
I have not
haven't seen
had
any-
a chance.
I have not seen anybody
And
play it.
now your mama
Horrible.
knows. I watched them stream it, but it wasn't PS5. It was PS4, and looked pretty good, man. Spidey Man looks pretty damn good. Pew,
I wasn't knocking or anything. It was more I haven't seen anybody playing it.
Nah,
I
I
haven't
haven't
heard
had a
nothing
chance.
about it since it came out
try
the
to get a
30th, and
chance
I've heard
this
nothing.
weekend.
I can't believe they don't have a story attached to it. Because
That was the biggest thing that I thought was. I thought that was stupid.
Well, when
I'm
we
like-
saw the news
feel
earlier in the year, it was like they was just just tacking it on there.
They had
Yeah.
a contract and they had to fill it. That's pretty much it because it's not reaching a lot of people. It's PlayStation. There's a lot of sales on it, but you also have Xbox, which is more and more popular. You have a lot of people playing this game on PC. I think PC more than every other system because it ran so well on PC. You got a Stadia
Yeah.
crowd, of course. So you consider all other platforms.
I can tell you that
PlayStation, yes, is popular, but they want to focus on content that will reach everyone. So
Could you
first
imagine
wanna do-
if they had used Spider-Man but made it like a paid DLC for across all platforms? You know how much money they would have raked in.
I could see
Hello?
that happen in the future,
Well,
at
I
least on
told
PC.
I told my son, I said, "Hey, Spider-Man's on the PlayStation, son. Dad, I'm in a Halo party. I don't give a damn about Spider-Man." Dude, my son, oh my god, he's having Halo parties. I'm like, bro, can I get the TV? I'm in a Halo party, Dad. I'm in a Halo party.
You should just be like, bro, I invented the Halo party.
I said, what
Dude, that was
happened
my
to Fortnite? I said, what happened to Roblox? And he's like, really, Dad? Roblox? Come on, dude. Seriously? But anyway.
Halo is very good. I can attest. So
Look,
just gonna
look,
finish
Anthony's in the building now.
Yeah, I saw.
Walking up to the chat.
Yo, guys. What's going on, Ian?
But you know what? I would agree with that. I would say that he's got a decent price there for it. If you made that if that's what he's talking about is paid to download Spider-Man for all platforms, $15, I can guarantee. How many people that played it on Stadia would love to have access to that, or Xbox, or PC, or anything, or hell, even GFN at that for that matter. I mean that was a.
But there's
That
no
would've been-
story
It
though.
would have sold.
If it was the story attached to it, I would say $15. But damn it, I'm going $5.99. I'll go $6 for Spider-Man.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah,
attached to it, man.
storyline, $15. It would be correct, but definitely if it's just a character, which is what they basically got, I agree that it definitely needed to be lower.
What's going on, Holtz?
Just want to catch up. Yeah, make sure I catch everything in the chat. So also said I'm getting my son a 32-inch TCL Android TV for his room so he can play Stadia in there. That's actually pretty cool. TCL TVs, I've heard some good stuff about them.
Yeah, they're pretty good, Ryan.
It's a good value set. So they're good value TVs.
Ray, I don't know this game. Man, fuck you for this. Man, shut up, dude. $15.
And
for
Rodilla
the game.
said Sirius has more 120 FPS games than the PS5. Seriously, the Series
What
S
a bunch
is
of
a
old
solid
games.
machine. No, there's some recent games that reach 120 FPS. It's a solid machine, man. Really solid.
The pony's coming out.
Should help free up the main TV for me. Nice. Wet Bandits Nation TV.
Oh, shout out to
What the hell,
SPG,
Rodella?
man. He got a
SPG.
4K TV, 75-inch, 120. Hey, enjoy, man.
That's what's up.
Megatron laughing. And Anthony, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, he says, Ray, the skins are 15 alone. You don't know this game well. I know you play it, and yeah.
Where did that go? And Holt,
Mr.
good to see you.
Cowboy.
Your son sounds wise.
Your son sounds wise.
Kids these days are way advanced. Yup.
Yeah, I agree.
The skin $15 alone. You don't know this game well. Yeah, they charge a lot for everything.
Yeah, there's no.
Marvel Avengers.
Yeah, I
if
know,
you
dude.
play
I
it-
paid $20 for his Fortnite skin, so I'm just saying, though.
Yeah, Marvel.
Hey, Ray,
Avengers
do you
charge
have like
more
a?
for every? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, Ray, do you have like a just an account, just a bank account for your son, just for the games, just for like the skins and the just a.
Well, it used to be my card, so now it's my wife's card. I've actually put her card in to the Xbox, so she doesn't know it right now. But the Ultimate Game Pass, honey, you're paying for it. Oh, and my GFN, you're paying for it. Holy crap, my Luna, you're paying for it. So next month when she checks her credit card statement, she's gonna be like, "What's this GeForce? What's this Luna? What's this Ultimate Pass?"
Rest in peace, Ray.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, man, he needs a place to hide out.
That's why I'm gonna write her. I'm gonna give her a check, for Christmas. She's like, "What's this for?"
Like,
"Oh, you've been paying all my subscriptions."
GFN RTX 3080. Oh, that's the damn taxes. It's
Well, that's
tax-
I told her that's what I want for Christmas. You give me a 3080 for Christmas.
Just
For
be
the
like, well,
next
that
3 years.
just be like,
Energy bill. Tell us the energy bill that you're paying off.
right.
Dude, she's about to stick me up on the roof to put lights up on the house, man.
Oh,
glad to hear young gamers are moving away from Fortnite.
Don't let Epic hear that. Fortnite will be like, oh, we got to do something. We got to bring these kids back in.
All they got to do is
We got to make us relevant again, guys.
All they got to do is put a character. He'll be back on.
Did you see? I did see though. They've got the Batmobile has just been added to Hot Wheels Unleashed.
What?
Oh, that's interesting.
I saw it on the Xbox. I don't know if it's going to be all of them, but Batman invades Hot Wheels Unleashed in the latest expansion pack.
Have to check
Hot
that out.
Wheels Unleashed looks like a lot of fun. You get to make
So
your own
it's like,
tracks, and it's
I heard
the
Duncan loves it. I know that. I seen him and Kelly.
Well, it looks like you're going to get. So you'll get the you'll get to race in the Batcave, but they're also talking about possibly bringing the Robin 2.0 T. Armored Batman cars. You're probably going to get the Penguin and the Joker GT. So they were like dropping Easter eggs galore throughout that some of that stuff. So it'll be interesting. I still need to play that game.
Awesome. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of people play it and they look like they enjoyed it. Definitely looks solid. Graphics are amazing on it. So yeah, definitely. I play Hot Wheels Unleashed with my son split screen. Loved racing games, but he's more a Spider-Man fan than Batman.
Better get him a PlayStation.
Facts.
Have him come talk to JD.
Superman coming coming out, what, 2023, 22? The next game.
Well, I owned one of the things I ordered over the Black Friday though was the Amazon 4K Max Fire Stick, their new one that does has the Wi-Fi 6 built in, but it's mostly because for Minivet to start using it for the family channel on Amazon Luna, because there are several games on there that he wants to play. So I was like, for $3 a month, I can handle that.
Transformers, baby.
I wasn't a big thing.
I played it. I actually enjoyed
it. The one that came to Stadia.
Well, it came to Luna first.
Right. Well, I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, I wasn't aware. Like, I don't know if I would really. I tried, but the top-down thing is what, and it's like a Transformers version of Civilization.
For me, that was my G.I. Joe and Transformers. I was a kid. I was the first kid that had the Destruction Cons on my block, and I had the Triple Changer. Ain't nobody was rocking the Triple Changer Transformers. Plane, tank.
I had a Proton Pack because I was all Ghostbusters back in the day.
My mom said no.
Is that the Transformers game that plays a bit like League of Legends or something like that, or?
Yeah, the turn-based.
Hell no. Well, it is a turn-based game, but I would not even put it in the same breath as League of Legends. I would never. No, League of Legends, that game. No.
That's in a league of its own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not talking in terms of quality, but like the type of game, I should look it up.
They transform though. It's pretty cool. Bumblebee. Stars.
Yeah, but it's I don't even know half the names, and I know it's tied towards the newer Transformers, so it's not. I'm more nostalgia. I'm old, so I stick with my nostalgic stuff.
It's both of them. It's new and old.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge. I love Optimus Prime, dude. If anybody knows Optimus Prime from the '80s, hit me up in my DMs. Trying to buy.
I know. I got one. I'm just kidding. I don't have one.
I watched a lot of early 90s. I remember when they transitioned from Transformers to the dinosaur Transformers. I don't know if you remember that series.
I do, but
I remember that.
I remember that, but when I went from the 80s and then it shifted to the 90s, I left, I still did some of my, Ghostbusters, things like that were still around, but I started to transition to X-Men at that point.
Beast War.
Oh, X-Men and Spider-Man were, the best animated shows back in the 90s.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
X-Men was awesome.
Look, I was watching Spider-Man.
That's one of those that's like X-Men. That was one of those cartoons you never missed an episode. You always had to be right in front of the TV when that came on.
See, I'm gonna go. I remember Spider-Man and his amazing friends, and he had Iceman and Firestar, and that was in the 80s. I used to watch that like crazy. That was 82, 83, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I was born then, so
he's like,
I was born 91, so.
Ray, you're kind of old, but that was before my time.
Whatever.
Before my time.
Whatever. They got the Cartoon Network. Look it up.
It's on Disney Plus too,
Yeah.
On Boomerang.
Yeah.
Let's look at some news because we got quite a bit.
I got your Boomerang.
Yeah, we actually do. We got two weeks worth. Yeah, we got 2 weeks worth of news. Ray, this is gonna be a long night for you.
Well, I did bring. I got my my Mountain Dew Kickstarter.
Kickstart.
I got some Twinkies and some cookies.
He's like, I'm prepared this time. Damn it! I remember. Every time I'm on this damn show, it's 3 hours.
My wife,
I need food.
I got In-N-Out. My wife is on her way with the In-N-Out, man. I don't know. I might have to.
Oh yeah, where mine's at, man?
Huh?
Where mine's at? Where my animal fries at, man?
Oh, what?
You need to tell her to turn back around and go pick some up for JD real quick.
Yo,
Porter John. Congratulations on the little one, John, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Congrats.
Yes. Congrats.
Got a little baby.
Porter John, what up?
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
So let's jump into it. Okay, that's how it works for this one. Pretty neat. So Then
You
it
don't know
just came
what to
out.
get.
Sony has a patent for the PS5 covers and skins. Now that's not really cloud related, but very interesting. You guys remember Sony was suing D-Brand and some other companies were doing actual panels you could put on the PS5.
Mhm.
Apparently they're gonna make their own, so that's why they were suing so much.
Mhm.
So
I
I
don't,
mean, come on,
I
man.
don't,
Y'all
I don't know
making
about
money.
that
Let some
because,
people make
like,
some money.
you can have a patent but not fulfill it, like you not actually like make it as a commercial product. They
I'm gonna
could
just start buying
Wow.
patents, man.
They
That seems to be where the
could
real money is nowadays.
they,
Just buy random patents and then sue Apple and everybody else.
a lot of people do that because patents are only good for a certain period, but
Yeah.
the longer you time to fill it up and complete it, it's still valid because you started filling it up. But as long as you don't deposit it, then it extends the duration that it will be valid for. Like pharmaceutical companies do it all the time, and a bunch of companies do that. So
Oh.
yeah, it's kind of shady, but
Look
for
at that!
me, it's
Look at
just a
that recent
concern.
post, though. That recent post right up there. Could Warner Brother Games be like a new Microsoft acquisition? Microsoft will be dropping
oh,
some more money. Oh,
that's actually interesting.
that's a recent article. I thought it was maybe like something old.
No, that was today.
Oh
That's
shit!
today. It's actually
Oh
interesting.
man.
Warner Brother Games. That would be a huge acquisition with NetherRealm. So they would
Wow,
consolidate Mortal Kombat.
bro, come on.
All
Like
right, they're trying to get that DC license. Come on, let's go.
Xbox is killing it. They're killing it. They're
They're
killing
trying to
it.
get
We're
that
gonna
DC.
transition.
Got the shiny white
Killing it.
box here. Good investment.
I mean, just look at the amount of games that they would
Yeah, no
pull
problem,
from
man.
that.
Cute little
Holy
baby, by
crap!
the way.
I mean,
Well,
that's a lot of stuff that they would
it's not
pull.
it's not just first party, but the second party contracts that they're also doing with stuff like IO Interactive. There's Project Dragon that they're working on, and then
Do you think though, if they're gearing towards that, if they're looking into that, that obviously it's going towards DC. That's we know that would be more along the lines of like competition to go up against Sony with Marvel.
Mortal Kombat.
But that's a huge it'll be interesting. Xbox is killing it until God of War.
Oh,
Man,
shut up.
When they
man.
got Starfield and Elder Scrolls,
Get out of
they
here
got
with that.
plenty of games.
Yeah.
that are-
I think Starfield's going to be fine. Like Starfield is really their big title for next year, unless we get a surprise announcement about Hellblade dropping. But I see that 2023.
it could possibly be the Cyberpunk 2077 without the flop on arrival.
Well, it's made by the
getting
same.
better. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say Starfield's being made by the team that did Fallout 4 and Skyrim, which both were reasonable successes from Bethesda.
Fallout.
Yeah,
Love
Todd
Fallout
Howard.
4.
Yeah.
It's Todd Howard. He's been in charge of the that one studio since I'm not even sure what were his
He's
first
the guy that
project he was
comes out.
in charge
He's
of.
the guy that comes out
But
on the award shows.
He's the one who was able to get Fallout 3, was able to get the Fallout IP into Bethesda and did Fallout 3. And he did a bunch of other games like the Elder Scrolls. He was the one doing Morrowind. He's the main reason for success, the large financial success of Bethesda. Like, yeah, Doom is very popular. That's not his team. But the Elder Scrolls and Fallout, those games have been so successful. They've been rolling on gold with these games. And you all know how many times Skyrim has come out. It's more than GTA 5.
Yeah.
Facts.
They
Special
actually
edition, anniversary edition. You know,
they actually made a joke that Skyrim was coming out on Alexa with vocal commands. Like it's how ridiculous it was. So yeah, it's true. People are going to shove God of War down everyone's throat. God of War is super popular. You know, Sony fans are going to overhype it. And no, God of War is going to be an excellent game.
yeah.
But the slate on both sides is impressive. There's it's hard to call a winner per se. It's more quality content that's going to come out throughout the year. Next year, it's going to be crazy on both sides. Everyone will be winning. It's just PlayStation has their quality studio that's hard to match. Those games that are scoring high on Metacritics for the reason that they are good games, like The Last of Us Part 2, good writing, good like impressive graphics. It's on PlayStation now. You can give it a try. It is a beautiful game. Any of those studios, they're releasing games that are just gorgeous, like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. So,
Oh no, finish. I'll go afterwards.
well,
I
I'm
already
just
know-
saying
I already know where
Sony's
you're
releasing those titles that are ahead of everything being done. But Microsoft, on the other side, has Bethesda, which is a staple studio making great games that everyone loves to play and play again. And they got a bunch of those studios, plus they are locking in so much content on Game Pass and making it such a value. So there will be winners on every side, depending on what system you're going on. Gaming is just so promising for 2022. Great studios delivering potentially great products.
Yeah,
We'll have to see once this releases, but
Still chaos.
Yeah, just look at a lot of what their studio's been doing. I mean, granted, one is a Sony exclusive for now, but two of the games nominated for Game of the Year are from Xbox Game Studios. Flight Sim had critical acclaim last year, and similarly, Forza Horizon 5 is getting critical acclaim and hitting record-breaking numbers.
Deathloop, which is exclusive to PlayStation, is an Xbox Studios game.
Yeah,
I'm just confused, Anthony, because I'm very confused at what's wrong with you, if you're sick or not. Because I know when I used to brag about Sony all the time, it was, well, Xbox this and that, and now you're what are we jumping on the PlayStation bandwagon? Did PD get to you and you didn't tell me? Because have you not watched anybody play Halo? I mean, I know that's not your type of game. It's not like Marvel Avengers or Pac-Man or something like that, or Pong or whatever.
I'm actually surprised he's not jumping on Halo. It's a great game, and I know he does.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, because the comment, "What's on Xbox that's impressive?" That have you not seen any Halo gameplay? Or unless you're like maybe you're a Call of Duty fan or a Battlefield 2042 fan, maybe that's your thing. But I don't know, either that, unless you're just glued to Avengers and tennis or something. But I just saying, they've got an impressive lineup of games right now. I mean, they've got Halo, and I'm pretty sure that's like one of the most played games out there lately. I could be mistaken. Maybe it's because I'm a cloud gamer, not an Xbox guy.
I think he's more so talking about like the cinematic experience, like the Last of Us or a God of War, where they're very entrenched in the cinematics and the story.
Microsoft doesn't have very many. I mean, what games have they put out though that are like that though? Compared to what Sony does, almost every game Sony does is a cinematic piece of masterpiece.
I want to disagree with what he just said. Halo is one of the most
game-changing game. Well, I'll see you on December 8th, brother.
Well, we'll see the campaign come out next year, so maybe when the campaign launches, that'll be a cinematic
campaign. I've played.
I mean, you got to remember that's the thing. It's impressive. Anything that is cinematic is going to be tied to campaign. You're never going to see a cinematic thing when it's multiplayer. That's just not going to happen.
Well, that's what Sony's trying to do.
Yeah, so
right. Well,
they're trying to do that. They're trying to bring cinematic to the
right. I'm just saying. Right now, there isn't that though. I get Sony. Yes, Sony's trying to do that. Maybe Microsoft will do that at some point. Probably, maybe not. I don't know. What I'm just saying is, they're not there yet, but yes, they are working on it. That's a good thing, because we don't have any games. It's always been single player or campaign that has always focused on that story, the cinematic, like Metal Gear Solid 5. That was another one of those. You had that beautiful story, the graphics, everything looks great, and then you go to the online stuff and it's just never the same. And I would love for somebody to do that, where they could merge both of those.
I wouldn't expect a cinematic experience from Xbox until 2023. That I feel is when you're going to see Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice 2, which I think is going to be very much a cinematic
Good call. Good
experience.
call.
They do a really
Yeah.
good job with the animations, especially like they have
The face.
what's it called? The face
Facial,
tracking
yeah.
Yep.
is really impressive.
Anthony
Ninja
was
Theory is
all
all
about
about
facials.
having that tech. And expect probably Perfect Dark. I would assume would be one of those since they want it to be. I mean, they're working with Crystal Dynamics, who did the Tomb Raider series. So yeah, expect
Well,
something. That's
John had a good comment there also, the one before Anthony's, the labeling out each of the platforms. I mean, and that's you're spot on there.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a pretty good synopsis of each platform, exactly what it is.
Yeah,
Xbox also has
exactly.
Gears, I would say as well. And then now that with Bethesda, they have Elder Scrolls, they have Doom, they've got a lot of.
Starfield's
I mean, you
supposed to come
think
next
if
year,
you,
and that
but like
should be
what I was
pretty
going at with that though, you think Xbox that you kind of go with Halo. I mean, Nintendo obviously the big two would either be Zelda or Mario, but like if we're looking like experience wise, a cinematic type, that I mean,
Zelda.
you pretty much Zelda hands down. That I mean, Breath of the Wild was you couldn't get anything better than that at the time.
Well, to me, Breath of the Wild wasn't really cinematic. A lot of it was gameplay. Like
Yeah.
there's only maybe a couple cinematics in the game itself.
Yeah. I mean,
But
to be
you
honest,
also have to realize, though, with some of these young kids and it's multiplayer, man. Is a
yeah,
huge,
and companies know that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're right. Companies know that it's the older generation of gamers. Those are the ones that like the franchise mode in Madden. They like the campaigns in Call of Duty and things like that. It's the younger generation that likes give me Warzone or Fortnite or the multiplayer stuff. And that's to be and that's what the big companies. That's what Xbox, Sony. They all look. That's what they're geared towards. They're going towards that younger generation because that's to them. I'm gonna. My mind is, what's the future of gaming? It's going to be that younger generation. So right now, unfortunately, that's the way they go. Is they go with what's going to make them the
thing
most.
about it is when I was doing multiplayer gaming, they didn't have the skins. We didn't have all the extra stuff.
We had four people sitting next to each other.
we had
wires sticking out of
to
the
connect
console.
TVs together, man. And connect,
Or you had your one big old square TV, your N64, and everybody's sitting right there, bunched up on the couch,
Yeah.
playing GoldenEye.
When I picked up my son from school, 3 of his friends, they all stuck out their fist out and they did fist pumps. Halo tonight, yay! Halo, all right.
Yeah.
And my son's pissed because I said, guess what? Cloud Nation TV.
Did you?
He's actually pissed off.
Hey,
He called me an a-hole right before the show.
The biggest question though, did you do that when you picked him up in front of his friends at least?
No. I didn't do that. I waited till we got home and I said, I got Cloud Station TV tonight. But Dad.
Did Anthony really say this year sucked for games? What the fuck is he smoking?
I will say so far it's been a decent year, but it has not been like
I mean, it's not been the greatest, but
Halo hasn't come out
months. There has been some slow months and some strong moments.
Excuse me, but go back to the beginning of 2020 and look at some of the games that came out.
Right. Well, that's what I'm getting at. It wasn't spectacular, but I don't think that they sucked for games. It's just it was slow, and it's starting to pick up now.
We're getting out of the tail of the pandemic when people needed to readjust for work. A lot of people started working from home, and they needed a period of readjustment. We've seen that with mini games that didn't turn out as they should have.
Yeah, I can't even work from home. I got a 4-year-old terror. Anybody want him?
Right now, we're at a time where games are coming out that people use to work remotely, and they know what they're doing, and we're starting to see quality again.
Yeah, last year was all about getting those consoles out. This year was still about getting those consoles out. I think both companies are in a good space right now as far as having the consoles available.
2022 is going to be an amazing year, folks.
Yeah, 2022, everything's gonna be amazing. Like it is like what Dr. Spaceman said earlier. Like no matter what platform you're on, this is what I've always said. No matter what platform you're on, man, 2022, 2023. It's just gonna go in. You got VR, you got cloud gaming is just gonna go back and forth. Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft's gonna go back and forth. It's just gonna be crazy.
That's actually what he said, Derek, you bastard. But anyway.
Oh man,
let's look at some other interesting news. This came out, so that's a guy that follows a lot of the patents that Sony are filing, and I like to follow him for that reason. A lot of interesting info that I get from him. But Sony Interactive Entertainment filed a new patent on the 18th of November. System and method for efficient multi-GPU rendering of geometry and by pre-testing against screen region using prior frame information. So I've seen like those lines here exactly. I've seen that somewhere else before. It's talking about tracking different objects and allocating resources to multiple GPUs so that if one seems to be taxing out that there's too much resources, it's going to use another GPU to actually take over the load. You guys all followed Stadia very strongly, right? You all studied a lot of stuff coming out. There was a video that came early on showing some tech that Stadia was working on, presented by Griffinus. And she showed exactly that. It was a soccer field full of soccer balls or football balls, whatever you want to call them. And she would multiply the amount of fields with the number of balls going in every direction. And eventually it's like too much for the blade to take on. And they would just add on more computer units that would take over the load so that it would be able to do more stuff at the same time. It looks like Sony just filed a patent of exactly that. Now, we know what happened with Sony between SG&E and Sony. So I find it very interesting that this is popping up right now. Anyone has any thoughts on this?
Yeah, Sony's always working in the background. And like I said, man, and we said it plenty of times on the show, cloud gaming is just going to continue to innovate. And Sony is looking at, all companies are looking at all viable cloud solutions, how to bring that, how to make it better. And they're continuing to improve and work and see what technology is going to be best for them. So it's just, at this point, it's just a waiting game with Sony, and we don't know how long we're going to have to wait for them to continue to make a big impact like we know that they can, but it's, they just keep making these small moves like every few months. Okay, we're doing this, we're doing this.
But we can agree on who made the biggest move with the 3080, the 35. I mean, for cloud gaming, that is like huge.
Yeah,
that's huge, like huge.
So, yeah, we're talking about NVIDIA GeForce Now 3080.
Actually voted them for that's, come on, 3080.
Yeah.
I did too. I will say, bravo for Luna for getting nominated as well for the Luna couch. I wish that feature.
Did you vote for the couch though? Did you vote for the couch though?
No, I did not. I voted for the 3080. I voted 3080 on that one. Come on now. I'm just saying that couch mode would be great if Luna was accessible everywhere, or at least in Canada. I mean, I've used the feature. I'm just
still a closed beta.
2022, 2023, we're gonna get blown away. All these companies are gonna come out with these features and everything, but you have to give it. You got to give it up for the GPUs that they put in the clouds.
Hands down, yeah.
They just set the bar here,
yeah,
compared to everyone else. Now everyone has to play catch up because of that. So they set the standard for cloud gaming. Okay, cloud gaming isn't an alternative to local hardware. It can be better than local. And GFN 3080, I've talked about this with some other folks.
I agree, Ralph. I agree.
Like Jerry from Game Tech Planet. I had that conversation with him. GFN 3080 is better than local hardware in some sense, because if you try to make a rig that's equivalent to that, you're going to pay a shit ton of money. Sorry for the language, but you got a Threadripper CPU in there.
Check the latest blog, Anthony. Check the latest blog, bro.
You have the NVMe Gen 4 storage unlimited with it, super fast loading. You got the 3080 GPU that's unavailable. You got data center cooling. You got the fact that you can play New World and not worry about your rig burning. And if it happens, you just reset your session. You got a new rig, you're fine. And right now, that's hardware that's like 1 year old. Once they got the 4080s out, probably a few months after, it'll start rolling out those into the subscription, most likely. So it's a heck of a deal.
Mr. Urban World.
I'm just gonna catch up to this chat because there's been a few things going on. Chat's going fast.
Yeah, it is.
So 2022 will be used for both of the big dogs, Hellblade and Starfield for Xbox, God of War and Horizon for PS. Absolutely, it'll be big blockbusters, and I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of big surprises coming out. Like I know they're working on a sequel for Sunset Overdrive over at Sony. There's a lot of stuff coming out that's supposed to come out next year. Fable will be huge as well for Xbox. Yeah, and it's the studio making Forza Horizon that's taken over Fable, by the way. So
that's
very good.
That's a good prediction, John. It'll be interesting to see if it comes true.
Forza Horizon 5 just passed 10 million players a few days ago. It's very popular right now. So that studio is taking on Fable.
It's gotten me back into racing games. That game has gotten me back into racing games.
I'm not gonna lie, I like Forza. It is a fantastic game. Now, when a new Need for Speed comes out, I'm sorry, Forza, but you're gone.
Oh no. Forza is I hooked up the Series S on my TV upstairs with HDR10 gaming. Like it's a special HDR made for gaming that the Xbox puts in with the TV, and like a 4K resolution and everything. I'm not sure what resolution it was loading, but I think it was upscaling, and it looked gorgeous for such a small machine. It's impressive.
I'm just a Need for Speed fan. That's all.
Whoa. Hey, Vet, I just noticed something, dude. Is that a microphone or somebody's effing head you are talking into?
It's a microphone, man.
Good Lord.
Hey, that's my kid. Don't make fun of my kid.
God,
Twitter Blue, come on, get with the future.
It's just
man.
Everything.
Oh man!
Now, if we're talking like Luna's gonna have a big year, all these. When we get to the next article, pull up the one I just posted in the Discord.
No, pull up what Anthony put in there, dude.
We don't want to listen to his nonsense. I can't even keep up with it now because it's.
What's up?
I can't keep up with this chat because it's just him and it's Mr. Urban World and Anthony going back and
they're
forth.
battling because Anthony basically said GSN's not getting any new games, and Mr. Urban World saying, "Well, I have a 3080 and I'm actually playing some games."
Well, no, yeah, I saw that part, and then he said, "You've been playing Avengers for like 1,000 years. Is that game new?"
Sony was the leader. It was natural that they would continue to do.
Bye, Anthony.
Be successful.
Later, Ant.
Yep. Oh, Anthony's leaving?
Yeah, we're about to tear up his comedy, man.
Mr. Urban World scared him out of here.
Yeah. Sure did.
So I'll give it to Sony. It's the best value for cloud gaming. Once PlayStation PC releases, I look forward to seeing Sony games on GFN. That would be amazing.
Holy cow, bro. Oh my god!
Could you imagine some of those PlayStation titles just having access to the 3080 tier? Come on now.
That would be a
like
mic
Death
drop.
Stranding.
That would be a huge mic drop. Like
Death Stranding is a PlayStation Studios game. The way it was made, it's second party, but it still made it to GFN. And it is a PlayStation owned engine. It's the engine used for Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's a mo.
So couch mode should be on all platform and cross platform. That 100% needs to come to all platform. I would love it with a camera support so you can see the people you're playing with.
oh, that would be so cool.
Face
Like
to
me,
face.
You know what? I
would.
Yeah. It would not surprise me if that feature doesn't get incorporated at a later time by everybody. I mean,
Yeah.
we see it all the time, whether it's not just in gaming, mobile phones, they always do the same thing. Apple and Google copy features all the time. Same thing with PC, thing with Xbox, PlayStation, they all copy features. It's the nature of the game. So they just will be like, well, I had this feature, and then, Xbox will copy it and then be like, well, look, mine's even better.
Just this device, like we're gonna come back to that, but it's like a new
Oh,
device
yeah,
for
this
cloud
thing.
gaming. It comes with
I
a camera
love
on
this.
it for streaming. I'm pretty sure that's because some people are working on a way to get like a couch co-op with people showing their face on it. Something
That thing
like
also supports Wi-Fi 6 and 5G, and has Android and has the latest Snapdragon processor. But it will also support Xbox Cloud Gaming. Stadia will be.
Sony's working on one. Did you see the patent on that?
Yeah, we I think we have that in our notes to chat about.
There you go.
Hey,
Dude, we've been,
Oh,
come on, now,
man.
somebody's got to do their
prepared.
job on this show.
So yeah, that's the version. It's actually, I believe, one that you snap your cell phone in, like similar to the Razer Kishi.
They do to that poor PlayStation controller.
Anthony's not gonna be able to snap his phone in there.
I bet it'll be perfectly compatible with the iPhone. Sony and Apple are buddies, so
Oh man.
I don't know. But wait a minute.
Holt is right.
That's just
I'm sorry.
stretching it. Like it's too long.
It is a bit long.
That's long. I mean, I'm like, where's my controller at?
Depends on how tall your phone is.
I mean, look
Also,
at the analog.
extendable?
Look at the sticks.
It's
Look how far the sticks are.
I ain't playing
because
that.
of the drawing ratio is wrong, because the phone is made way too long or like way too slim. I think it's
Yeah.
not gonna be that big. Like if you think,
Nah.
I mean, but you got to
Yeah.
remember this is how accurate is this anyways? I mean, you look at the title. It's Sony could be planning a PlayStation Mobile controller. We don't know how accurate that is, and if it's that early, and if it's really early in the stages, it's not. I can guarantee it's not gonna. The final product may not look like that.
Cause that
Hell,
don't
it may
even
not-
look like a dual sense. It just looks like a dual shock
Yeah,
4.
It's not dual
Yeah.
sense in the
I
patent.
mean, to be honest,
Yeah,
I would rather get the other device that we showed cased earlier, because that one has the feedback stuff for. Let me see if I can pull up that article again.
so you can clearly see like the DualShock 4, like those lines here. You can see them over
Yeah.
here. It is
Yeah.
a DualShock 4, 100%. Like the circle around the symbols and everything. It is 100% a DualShock 4.
To be fair, PS Now doesn't have PS5 games yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but if you look at the other article that we showed with the that Razer and Qualcomm are putting together, that thing is going to be. I mean, it's going to support. Supposedly, it's going to have support for up to 144 FPS support, 4K HDR HDMI output, but it should also have. God, I know there was somewhere.
5G stereo haptics.
Yeah, the stereo haptic, that's the big thing that I had seen was when I was looking more into that. It'll have Wi-Fi 6, but the maximum 5G mmWave sub-6 capabilities, but it'll be 4K with HDR via USB-C. But the stereo haptic is supposed to be good for like the touchscreen stuff. So it'll
It's
complement.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say it's interesting that they use Game Pass for the cloud gaming portion.
I know. Well, it's
they're
yeah.
working on it.
If you think about with Razer, I mean, Razer is
That's
Game
true.
Pass.
They have a partnership with.
Yeah, so that part didn't surprise me, but it's early enough with this.
What's up, Ray?
What's it?
I said hello, Cali Fit. Sorry.
I thought he said he was waving. I thought he was waving to me, so I was like confused.
But
I was like,
yeah,
I've been here the whole time.
What up?
my big thing is the 5G. To be able to use that through your cell phone provider, I think is the biggest thing. It's the one thing that I think the Switch should really get onto.
Well, and see, the other thing that this like, I know the big thing at the time was the Steam Deck. This kind of defeats the whole the Steam Deck is useless. I mean, it's Wi-Fi only. Like this, if I was going to look at Steam Deck or something like this, I would much rather go with this one because it's got the Wi-Fi. Yes, but it's got the mobile data, the 5G, which means I can take that sucker anywhere, and I still have access to all the cloud gaming services at some point.
I agree
Isn't
with
xCloud
that.
But isn't xCloud also sticking with a bit rate of like 5 megabyte per second or something very low like that? And it's one of the reasons why a lot of people are struggling with it is the bit rate is a bit low. But I think they're limiting themselves at a very low bit rate and trying to improve it so that once they have a good product, it's ready for much more stuff on the market, like mobile gaming. So it's Xbox has a weird way of doing things right now compared to others who are putting all the resources for super performance cloud gaming. But that's the thing. xCloud keeps getting better. And the way they got it, like they're doing remote consoles and data centers, which means that in theory, all of the Xbox games should be playable in the cloud eventually because it's just a remote console. So it's something I talked about in another moment. But also very low bit rate so that if they manage to fix it eventually, then take it on mobile and you're good. So just want to catch up to the chat real quick. 3080 with no games to play on all that power besides old games.
I'm gonna send him the blog in his DM so he can look at the new.
I would say something, but I'm not because I know Ray will kill me if I open my mouth. Ray's not going to like what I have to say.
Let's just say he's wrong. There's Guardian of the Galaxy and so many recent games like New World and everything.
There's a blog that came out today, and and there's games that I'm actually excited to play.
Horus, Icarus.
Well, see, look at and Mr. Urban 90% gaming is 90% replaced local. And, hey, I'm with you on that one. I barely touch local gaming anymore. Halo is it for me. If you think about it, that's the only thing I played locally because everything else is basically cloud, and that's all I do. I collect games in the cloud, digital games now.
My son is playing Halo on the bot. I mean, he's playing cloud on the console. He hits boom cloud. He's playing that. I'm on Halo. My PC playing cloud. The PS5 is kind of like I'm waiting for 2022 to see what they add.
Wasn't there a time where he laughed at you when you offered to get him to play the cloud games? And now look at him.
They added that the cloud to the console.
Yeah. So and that's the thing. I mean that it makes a difference. Just one question: you want to stream this or play it locally? If it's installed, you don't even have to have the need to install it anymore now.
No.
On Sunday, I was streaming Halo Infinite, playing on my Xbox. But the team I was playing with, there was one of the guy I mentioned, Ninja, and there was playing on his mobile with his Razer Kishi on his couch. Nice. He was playing with us, just hooked up his headphone in his mobile.
Wow.
And was playing with us.
Where was this? And he was 13 and 10.
I know, right?
So, I'm mad. He's like, yeah, Dad. And
you had Pong and Tetris. and stickball.
It's getting chorus out of new games.
Damn you! I ain't that old. Stickball was cool though. Man. I did love me some stickball.
No, because I do play more than one service. I'm just saying. Okay, it's going back and forth. Just gave you.
Yeah, most of the conversation was until.
Well, there's a game right now called Prop Night that I can't wait to play that game on GFN. And then there's a night. There's like a night RPG game I was looking at.
But that's the thing. GFN, there's just so many games to choose from. Like you just don't know anymore. All you have to do is open the GFN app. Just open the app and just type A or it just one letter, and it just pulls up hundreds of games to choose from.
Well, the thing
is, there's a
keeps talking
tactical
about
RPG that's been added that looks really great.
The Ruined King, which is based on League of Legends.
Oh, GTFO! I actually have that, and I just need like 3 other players, man, because I can't play by myself.
I thought he was yelling at me to get out of here. I thought I was
that's what I thought he was saying.
Yeah, it is great. It's an awesome game.
There was an article that I shared though that there's a. I didn't read too much and I actually pulled it up so I could try to skim through to figure out what exactly it was talking about. Because there was a Mainframe Industries raised 20 million. I'm guessing that's pounds. I don't know the thing there, the symbol there, but it was for a cloud native MMO.
Oh, there it
is one that I find very interesting. It's like I don't know if you guys play like Final Fantasy Tactics or like more technical games.
I try.
You know what used to be my thing back in the day when I had Steam and I was playing PC games. I was like, man, I wish some of these games would come to console. You know, now, good lord, you can you can play a buttload of games in the cloud. And don't knock these PC games, man. They're pretty damn good, excellent games. And there's one game, I think it's Indie Game of the Year. Val, that game is a freaking.
Hey, I taught people math and science in one of the games I played.
Valheim, come on, you guys! Oh my god!
I didn't play that one. I was saying I taught people math and science on the street selling drugs. I mean, I learned that on GFN, Drug Dealer Simulator, baby. It's a very educational game. I mean, but they got everything on there.
No, man. I mean, there's a complete list of games that I mean, it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And you guys, honestly, it's a lot of games. Old, new, in between, don't matter. You play,
but there are games across all of them. All of them have games that you may or may not have heard of. That when you try them, you might actually end up liking them. There are games I've tried on Stadia that I was like, I'm not sure if I'll like it, and I have. That usually it's an indie game that I've actually appreciated more than and enjoyed it more than I thought I would. GFN is the same way. There are hundreds of games on there that I've never heard of. And when I play them, I actually have fun playing them, which is surprising because it would be a game that you would never think that I would actually play, let alone enjoy. And those are the ones that I really like. Those are the games I like where you just pick a random one and you actually have fun and it surprises you how much you actually like it.
At roster, I'm right there. I mean, I love Luna too, but I mean, they're at the awards. At the awards show, they're going to announce a bunch of games coming out for Luna. Luna will be at the awards, and they will be announcing games.
For Luna to do something, they need to actually come out of beta. Because right now, they're not in open beta. They're still in a closed beta. You cannot say tomorrow morning, okay, I want to get a Luna and start playing it, even less if you're living in Canada. But even in the US, you want to say tomorrow, okay, I'm getting Luna, I'm going to start playing on it. If you don't have the Fire Stick or device to activate your account, well, you have to submit your name and wait for an email to be activated. And I know some people have been waiting for a long time for that email. So Luna is not out yet. So yes, they have a limited amount of games, but they're not profitable right now. They won't be for a long time because they're not released yet. So they're not charging money to make money. They're charging money to actually be a tiny bit viable while they're working on it. But
Right.
yeah, once they actually remove the beta tag on it and release it, it won't be at all the dynamic that they're currently having. I'm pretty sure that Amazon has everything locked in already for that when they release it, they'll have a slew of game coming to the
Well,
platforms.
and remember, they still have the retro channel that they're working on. They still have that channel that's not even accessible yet. Like right now, you get Luna Plus and you get the Ubisoft
No,
channel. That's it.
no, it's not on. It's New World is not on Luna, Peter.
It's on GFN.
I mean, not Peter. Andrew.
Jesus.
So Cowboy left at
To
that
me,
moment.
Luna needs to make a splash, and I'm gonna be honest. That retro channel is not gonna make a splash. It needs some big new title coming to the platform day and date to really entice people to say, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna pay $6 to try this out." I also feel like Chorus isn't it either, even though I'm gonna be playing Chorus on it. It just needs that catchy title to really incentivize people to sign up for it.
So, what do you think they're going to announce at the award show?
I don't know. I think they've got to announce something, whether it be an exclusive title, maybe Amazon's funding or something of that nature. It's got to be something big. Otherwise, it's just going to be overshadowed by a lot of the new trailers for big new games coming out. We know Xbox is going to have a presence there. I'm sure Sony has a game or two that they're going to be announcing at the Video Game Awards. So,
do you think we might see the next gen GTA 5 on it?
that would be a big incentive to sign up for Luna. But I think that's a bit too much. Like $2K to buy that contract.
Amazon's got the money. They got
the money, but I also think they're smart with their money as well.
Well, look at John's.
Like, no one wants to spend more than they have to, and I don't think they need GTA Day and Date onto Luna. I think they need. I can see them getting GTA 5 onto Luna, and that would be a good get. And say, oh, it's the next gen version. That would be smart because it's an older game, and they're just kind of advertising it that, oh, you don't have to buy it. You can just get our subscription and you play it.
Yeah, so Amazon isn't afraid to spend money like Google is, and they have exclusive content. Plus, they have a ridiculous amount of Fire TVs and Fire Sticks out there already. So that is a very strong point, and he added on. Plus, they're building with little things like Discord integration, couch co-op, and PC builds, so you get 60 FPS options. Amazon has a lot of cards up their sleeves that they're not using yet. They're like showing the tip of the cards. They're not really putting their hands into play yet. It's a weird way they're doing things right now. But I feel like once they remove the beta tag, it's all going to come together. So
I think,
and put it with Amazon Prime or something.
Yeah, bundling that would be really smart. An easy payment plan for people to sign up for it. I think, like, it's a tough one because Luna is in the same boat as Stadia for me. They both have a lot of potential. Their tech is really good. They just need to put full forth their force into it, their money. Like, I feel the same way with Luna as I do with Stadia. I think the parent companies need to invest more into the said platform, advertise it, and provide a wide slew of content that people want to play.
I could easily see Amazon making a Microsoft-like purchase and get a Ubisoft-like publisher under their belt. They're just not afraid to spend, and that's what a competition should be afraid of. They have the money, and they want to go big into gaming. They themselves, the new CEO was before at the head of the cloud gaming, not cloud gaming, but AWS division. Basically, he was in charge of the cloud gaming, but he was in charge of the whole cloud thing. Now he's the CEO of Amazon. Said that gaming is very important for Amazon and might be their biggest business in the future. So absolutely, this I see it happen. starting to
Well,
pull
look at
Microsoft
John's.
and acquiring big companies out there, I definitely see Amazon start doing that.
Yeah,
If they
right here.
pull
This is
Luna
the
into
key.
Amazon Prime when it comes out of beta, it's over. But I don't think
I could totally see them doing that because, like you said, we know they know Amazon knows what the future is and what's going to be their biggest moneymaker, and it's not. And they even said it. They said it's not Amazon Prime Video, it's not Amazon Music, it's their gaming it's their gaming side of things. So they know where it is, and that could very easily be where they're leaning towards. Is that because we know how many people have a Fire Stick or a Fire TV or a Fire tablet? I mean, a lot. Let's be honest.
what I see Amazon do for Prime is not like right now. If you go to Luna, the subscription is not Luna; it's Luna Plus, which entails that there is a Luna. What I think what it will happen is that they will eventually have a storefront where you can buy your games, and if you want to get the 4K and everything like that, like the smooth gaming experience, you will probably need Prime, Amazon Prime. So there will be an incentive to get people over to get Amazon Prime to get their fast delivery, to get their TV shows, and they will have access to the 4K version of their platform included in that. Then you'll be able to buy those games. They've already leaked, like was Vapor that it was called, their own storefront similar to Steam. And I think they might be able to sell some games that will be playable on local PC on there, that will be playable on Luna if you have Amazon Prime, and multiple like options. So that could be something that they bring to the table, which could be very
John dropping the knowledge over here in the chat. God bless him.
Let's go.
Just like damn.
Same reason why Google won't put
Look at
Stadia
this.
into YouTube Premium. They want Stadia to get so large that they put YouTube Premium into Stadia. Yeah.
I mean, I think that they should have done that, but they should have merged things. But I don't know what I don't know what Google's thinking with that, with what their ultimate plan is with Stadia. I really don't. And I can speculate on it all day long until I'm blue in the face, but I don't until they come out and say, "Hey, this is what we really want to see the future of Stadia." No one's going to know what's going on.
I think this is the most interesting generation like ever in gaming right now.
Yeah.
Gaming has never been like what it is right now. We're in a new age of gaming.
And I'm mad that I'm old.
Listen here, Grandpa. What's up?
Rousters,
Home.
they actually have Amazon games that it's expanding right now. They're opening a new studio in Montreal. They got already some studios all over the place. They got New World, which is on GFN right now, but it's still an Amazon, not exclusive, but it's a first party title for them. And they got Lost Ark, which is it's a title they're getting over from Asia and Russia, but they're doing the localization over here that they have the rights to, that they can put on there, and that they can say, yeah, it's not going to be on the other cloud platform if they finally release Luna, and would be a good win for them. And there's some other titles that they're working on. The name is slipping away from me. There's some that they canceled, but there's some that they are still working on, plus some unannounced projects. So Amazon definitely has some stuff.
Pull up that article that I shared with you about it's the one in the Discord, the cloud native MMO, because I was actually looking through some of the stuff that they have intentions for this. It's actually very interesting because I'd be the way that this is what they're describing into this. I mean, it's not a super long article either. I just when I scrolled through it. But if you look at this, they're basically Mainframe Industries has raised 20.3 million. I don't know what the hell that is. I'm assuming pounds. But it's for a cloud native MMO.
Sorry.
Okay, well, whatever. It's not American. It's not American money. That's all I know. So, but the new
more than American money.
Yeah, the investors that have they've had investors from Riot Games, Play Ventures, Sisu Game Adventures. Their new investors include Twitch's co-founder and former CEO Kevin Lin. They got some big name people in here, but the money that they said the money's going towards the development of Mainframe Industries' debut title, a cross-platform cloud native MMO and growing its existing studios in Helsinki, Reykjavik, and Paris. But they said the studio is creating a persistent living world that people will call their home for years and hopefully decades. That would be interesting because
it's a very small budget for a game.
Yeah, it is right now. They're in the early, but they raised $7.6 million. The Series A funding that they raised in March of 2020 was $7.6 million. So they've got almost $30 million raised so far. I don't know how long it's going to take them, but it's not like they're not getting. They got some big players that are interested in this.
Here's an interesting question from Caliphate. I think we will get the new Star Wars game with Ubisoft Plus. That won't be at least for 2, if not 3 or 4 years. It'll take a while before we see that game.
I'll be too old for that then.
They just signed the deal, and it's the title they're going to take their time with. As for, is it going to be an Ubisoft Plus? That is an interesting question. I'm not sure. Because of licensing agreements, I'm not sure if they'll be allowed to bring it in their own subscription service.
The big question is, will it be on Disney Plus?
Well, probably because by the time when that game comes out, Disney Plus is going to have their own cloud gaming service.
Probably.
Let's be real. I mean, at least 1 or 2 of the cloud gaming services will probably get gobbled up by the House of Mouse. I mean, it's not like Disney don't have the money.
Well, I heard rumors Disney's looking to buy WWE or looking to do something with WWE.
God help! I don't watch it anymore. I've shifted to AEW.
Same here.
Sorry, I mean, I like the fact that, and I know this has nothing to do with cloud gaming, but this is our show, and we can talk with whatever the hell we want.
Both companies are bringing out games, though.
So technically this is gaming news, but I will say though, if you've watched the latest,
Plus is cloud news. So
if you watch the last few episodes of AEW, like the between MJF and CM Punk, I'm just saying, dude, that is the Attitude Era is alive and well because they've fully brought that back. Between the fan, I can't chant what the fans were saying, but it was Needle something.
Yeah.
And PG Punk. But yeah, no, they have totally brought that Attitude Era that everybody has been missing on WWE. And WWE, AEW threw out the Miz's name. There was chants in the fans were chanting the Miz, which I was confused because I don't know who the hell even chants for the Miz. But they were making snide remarks to Triple H, CM Punk, or John Cena. And then I know they did the same with Edge and The Miz. They tried that and failed miserably, but that's WWE for you. AEW is not to be messed with. They are coming out strong.
I'm going to body slam Vet.
Well, when WWE 2K22 comes out, you can try. But I'll be playing AEW. I might actually have to buy a console to get the AEW game.
I'm playing both games, folks.
I want to see a comparison. That's what I want to see. Well, that's all my news I pulled up, so somebody else can take over now.
Microsoft is starting to roll out the Clarity Boost for xCloud.
Yes.
Has anyone here tried it?
I have not.
John Scar mentioned something about it. And he showed a picture of Forza Horizon with the Clarity Boost.
Baker, you tried it?
Yeah. I tried it. I looked at Halo and I looked at Forza with it, and it's definitely a significant improvement, especially if you're on a higher resolution screen. Because if you have a high res screen and you're playing or streaming stuff at like 1080p, there's always this kind of like fuzziness to the stream. And this really sharpens it up and it makes it more crisp and it's really nice.
Well, you can just look at the picture of the two faces.
Yeah, exactly. It looks a lot more detailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it look anything like the PlayStation?
I mean, that's what I look like in the morning. So.
Slap a black beanie on his head, and that's Vet.
Yeah, you take it off. I mean, that was me like 20 years ago.
You gotta push the eyebrows down just a little bit, show him anger and rage, show some teeth.
Let me turn on Cuphead again. That'll bring that out.
Oh man.
I'm into song when my wife mentioned Indiana. Okay.
Oh, I thought he was going somewhere else with that first. All I saw was the song.
It's good that they're working on stuff like this, though.
But does it feel anything like the PlayStation Now upscaling? I don't know if you tampered with it.
I actually don't have PS Now, so I've never really messed with it.
Blasphemy.
Within the last year,
what kind of cloud gamer are you?
I buy all the best Sony exclusives, stay and date. So
I wish I could, but I can't afford that.
But yeah,
Steam
cloud,
sales.
You just gotta look. That all you gotta do is cancel all your subscriptions for like 2 months, and then you'll.
Dude,
Steam
sales.
I'm not giving up his 3080, dude.
Hey, I
Steam sales.
Deathloop for $25.
Oh, you can't see it because of my green screen. I got a PS4 Pro. It's basically the same thing. I mean,
look, just cancel your subscriptions, trade in your PS4. You got PS5. That's all you gotta do.
But my Alienware will outperform the PS5 with that 3070.
No, I know, but you still got it.
But I don't want to. But I don't want to download stuff. I'm lazy. I'm spoiled by technology. Like, I don't want to waste storage and have to sit there for 2 hours to wait for 5 minutes is too long for a download now.
It's not 2 hours.
Yeah, it's like
overnight.
yeah.
I'm sorry, 30 minutes. That's too long for me. If it's, I was like, I downloaded one that was like, it said 18 minutes to install. And I'm like, oh my god, can this go any slower?
I forgot Vet doesn't have fiber.
No, I got one through the internet. I mean, it doesn't ever get that unless I'm hardwired in. But I run everything on Wi-Fi, so.
Go to the bathroom, come out, it'll be done.
I did want to clarify to Rouster, who says that they think it's the same as sharpening feature. I've heard reports that it's not just a sharpening filter; it's something else. So I'm not sure exactly what they're doing, but.
I mean, I will say though, the Stadia enhanced feature that bravo to that guy that does that. Bravo, because that's a lot. That's a lot of work that goes into that shit. I mean, I don't underscore that.
Stateside.
Just to add on this, do you think it's anything like in games when you have DLSS that it uses upscaling to increase the resolution and kind of what details should look like? Do you think it's something like that? It's taking the cloud feed and just doing local upscaling, or?
I think there's definitely something hardware related that assists with it, but I don't necessarily think it's AI. I think AI would take up a bit too much of your CPU usage. That's just me.
Yeah. I'm curious about this.
Well, I was trying to look up something though because Callie said, yeah, that's what I was looking up. The Epic Games. The only thing I haven't heard anything about that they're actually doing a service. They're bringing services in, if that's what you mean. Like AntStream Arcade is the first cloud gaming service they incorporated into their store. I don't think they're working. I did too.
I downloaded it.
But I'm just like, I know they're branching out from just PC and Mac because they brought in an Android, the Animation Throwdown, which was originally a mobile game. That's now on there. But cloud gaming service-wise, AntStream Arcade is the first one that was brought in, and that one gives you like Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Earthworm Jim, Mortal Kombat for free via streaming. But I know they're making a pretty big push with that one, so it'll be interesting to see if they bring others or if they're going to do something on their own. I don't see them doing something on their own.
I think something fairly simple because it's done locally. Anything complex with limited use of fast computers. Yeah. That's for xCloud Clarity Boost.
Nice.
Talking about xCloud, interesting bit of news that came out. Strange Teiko no Tetsujin. So that's a Japanese game with drums that's extremely popular in Japan. And Scarlet Nexus, very popular game.
Yes.
xCloud specific achievement list found. So they're starting to make cloud exclusive content for xCloud now, and we're hearing a microphone bust all over the place.
That's Vet. He has the game playing.
So we recently picked up some strange xCloud gaming specific achievement list for Scarlet Nexus and what appears to be an unannounced Taiko no Tetsujin title, which could mean Taiko game is coming to Xbox.
That was not me,
xCloud
by the
is
way.
getting a lot of popularity. Wasn't you? So yeah,
No, my microphone was
found it
muted.
under T tablet for XC, which we believe is a reference to xCloud gaming, and basically they found some stuff that's exclusive to xCloud, the achievements, so that completionists who want all the achievements won't have a choice to play those games in the cloud. It's very interesting. They're pushing the cloud. Looking at all the companies right now, like we can talk about GFN that's pushing the hardware side of things, making things that were not possible before, like playing in the cloud and it being better than local hardware. GFN is rocking it on there. As for content, xCloud is doing something special there. They got the achievements for those games that are exclusive to the cloud. They got native cloud input for your mobile so that you play some games, and they have their own set of inputs. Like if you play Minecraft Dungeon, you actually have drawings on your controller, like if it was a mobile game for that game. It's amazing, and we're gonna see more of those.
Nice.
Uh,
What are
it's
y'all?
some amazing stuff that they're doing.
I was gonna say, what are your all thoughts on the like touch controls? Because I pulled up in a couple. There were a couple articles earlier today that came out saying 20% of Xbox cloud gaming players only use touch controls,
Yep.
and that
There's
Word
actually
did that TechSpot did it. There were actually like 4 different articles I pulled up on that.
They're
go
hit
to
and
the
miss.
go to the GameStack blog. It has a lot of. There's a little link there, right there, where it says Azure GameStack blog. It has a lot of the data on the actual article. I
You
can
mean
link it.
within that page, or
Yeah. You see it's highlighted or it's underscored up towards the top. It says
Yeah,
Azure
I saw it.
GameStack
Right
blog.
there. There you go.
Click that, and and read the article there.
this one here?
Yep. And so you'll see the data here, right here under benefits,
Hmm.
where
Dragon Quest is
20%. Oh yeah. Right there up at the top of your page, it says 20% of xCloud game users use touch as their exclusive method.
Oh,
So they
yeah.
only use touch. 20% only use touch controls, and that there's a 2 times increase in usage for titles that implement touch controls.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's
Wow,
why
that's-
I think it's so important to get these native touch controls onto these games, and it goes into detail about how they're making it easier for these developers to create these touch controls for the cloud games.
And they were talking about different level of involvement the dev can do, like no code changes. So you use the standard thing that Xbox gives. Small cloud aware changes. So I'm guessing it's bringing like Sea of Thieves here is a good example. You have some inputs that you can do here that are specific to cloud, but it's not too invasive. And then cloud aware title, which I'm guessing, like here you have. No, that's actually.
If you scroll all the way down, it
Yeah.
showcases like some of these stuff where they're at the bottom. It
Oh, that's
talks
what I'm talking about. That's Minecraft Dungeons. When I talk about that, that's what I'm talking about. You see the weapon you have equipped there and your items and everything. They've done an amazing job for cloud implementation for this game for mobile. So sorry, I kind of interrupted you there.
They also go into detail about some other things where developers can make it so that the UI actually is removed during cutscenes and stuff of that nature. So, like if you scroll up towards the like Yakuza images, it was showcasing that in certain scenarios it's missing that UI. Like see how
Okay, you
Yeah.
only have A and B and like X at the top and the circle there instead of every buttons, and
So that way it's
that's
less
pretty
clutter
cool.
during cutscene.
Mhm.
And Xbox is just doing a really good job of making this easier for developers too. And that's the whole point of this article, is that not only do you see a growth of people using it, but also that they're making it easier for developers to make this possible.
No, they're doing a bang on solid job there. I'm really impressed. It's part of a reason why I went to get the Xbox, because like I keep saying, xCloud is horrible over here, but I like how much they're getting involved in like improving their games and making them accessible in
Well,
different ways.
That's kind of what it goes with. If you look at John's comment, I really wish xCloud had the performance quality of Stadia and GFN. If they did, they'd easily be the best purely based off of titles. I agree with that. But then Roster said, it seems to me that more people find Stadia and GFN run better for them. And right now, I have to agree with that as well. It is. Now, for me, xCloud works, but that's not the case for the vast majority. Like, yeah, I can get xCloud to work great. Ray can get xCloud to work great. But the vast majority, they may not have that same near perfect console-based experience that I get or that Ray would get. And granted, Ray lives like probably right across the street from there anyway, from a data server anyway, so that he doesn't even count.
I have no issues.
But if you're
Xbox,
the average cloud game, the average person that knows about cloud gaming uses it. They're going to go towards Stadia. They're going to go towards GFN if xCloud doesn't work. And I bet most of them would love to use xCloud because of the titles. The catalog by far is fantastic for what you get with xCloud. Once they figure that issue out with the performance issue and the latency and all of that stuff, it's going to be a big game changer for them. That's what's holding them back, I think. You got Amazon Luna is held back because it's still in a closed beta. Xbox, I'm sorry, but they're the only thing that's holding them back is it's the issue with their performance across the board for the vast majority. That's going to be the killer right there. 330 some games available for people to access in the cloud. That's crazy. And it's not like they're, and Doc and I were talking. We were talking about this yesterday. Like, it's not unknown games. There are big games in there that plenty of people would love to play. Or I might have been talking with Maker about that.
For Honor was on there.
Huh, dude, Football Manager 2022 is amazing, guys. I'm loving it.
For Honor is an awesome game, though. Also, I have to say. But I mean, look at all of what you
titles on there.
I mean, you got MLB The Show. For those that want to play baseball, you've got Madden. I mean, it's an older Madden, but still, nonetheless, you got Madden. You got Avengers.
Dude,
I mean, you've got
Pedro, dude.
I mean, look, you can even sit there and play Myst. You could go and play Myst if you wanted to, or Need for Speed Heat, Oblivion. I'm just saying, like, they have the titles. It's what's killing them is it's the performance issue. That's what's hurting them the most. They got everything else figured out. When they figure out, and I'm not gonna, and I know, knowing Microsoft and Xbox, they will figure it out. It is only a matter of time.
Yeah, everyone will catch up eventually. Performance in the cloud will not be an issue in the future. We're in a transition stage right now where people are Spiritfarers on there. I didn't know that. So,
yeah, it came day and date. It was great.
Nice. So companies right now are building up the tech for cloud gaming to work, but 2-3 years from now, most cloud platforms should perform about on the same level. As in, it will be fluid, there will be low latency, it'll look great. So you have to take that away from the equation eventually and look at the offering. And the offering is going to be the big value there. So right now we're looking at performance, like GFN is slaying it. but at a certain
Well,
moment, it will be the offering that we need to look at. And yeah, GFN's got over 1,000 titles, and a lot of them free to play. xCloud as the Game Pass games on there, a lot of quality titles are included in the subscription. You got all the platforms. Stadia is building up the Pro library. If you have Stadia Pro, I'm bringing a lot of value. And PlayStation, we still don't know what it's going to be. Right now, they got PlayStation Now, which brings a lot of great games, but we know that they're going to shift that model eventually.
They come back here. Watch, they're coming back.
Yeah,
2022.
Well, but you and look at the games that are coming to December for Game Pass. Oh, if you look at when the image was shared for the games that were coming, almost every single game on that list was cloud plus console and PC. Like everything Microsoft does now goes almost directly to cloud.
I am so happy I'm Ultimate because I got PC and I have it.
I mean, hey, I know there's going to be people out there. Ray's going to be the first one to start to live stream Lawn Mowing Simulator. But that's going to be in the cloud. Stardew Valley, cloud game. Rubber Bandits. I mean, who doesn't want to play with the rubber in the cloud?
Aliens Fireteam Elite, cloud.
Bro, oh my God, thank you, Khaos. When I saw that, I lost.
That's
my
a big
mind.
news.
I was like, no. Yes.
I mean, but that's what I'm getting at. Is like, look at what. But you look at everything that they put now. Almost every game that when they announce games, for, the Game Pass announcement each month, it's all cloud now. Everything goes right to cloud, plus the console and PC. So you're getting like, instead of the days where you would have to buy the game for your console, your PC, now it's just you get everything. It's literally like the best of all things with that service.
Is investing in the cloud right now.
I did want to clarify something about the when you were saying that some of them didn't list cloud. There was actually like some corrections and some developers came out. 11 out of the 12 games are going to cloud. The only one that's not is Final Fantasy 13-2.
Really?
Stupid Final Fantasy.
Yep.
No,
Stupid Final Fantasy.
Want to bring in okay, that's going to be PlayStation, by the way.
Yep.
Where's the Xbox streaming stick?
The only one.
It'll be an app.
PlayStation are the only one with a Square Enix Japanese catalog, for the exception of Dragon Quest XI, which is on xCloud. But everything else, Japanese Square Enix, is all PlayStation. Like the Final Fantasy line is all at PlayStation. So I can see why that's happening. They're very tight. There's some titles on Stadia, but we haven't seen any in a while. From the Japanese Square Enix side of the house, they play it extremely tight, and I think it's because PlayStation is planning some stuff, and
I will say
and Square Enix have a long-standing relation back from when they got Final Fantasy VII over. They've been super tight from that moment on.
Yeah.
I will say though, Stadia did announce that they've got a couple of more games that are coming. I saw Sony had tweeted it out this morning that they're getting another Jackbox party game. They're getting 7, and I don't know anything about those. I mean, I'm not a party person, so I'm too old. I'm too old for that. But I did see that we're getting Dynasty Warriors 9 is coming to the platform.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not.
I
don't know anything about it, but.
And Dynasty Warrior 9 Empires is, like, I've played a few of them back on the PS2 and one on the PS4. Those are actually a lot of fun. It's a good news for Stadia. It's not the best-selling title, but people who love them, it's got a good fan base.
But for the fans for people that use primarily Stadia, that's you got 2 new games coming, and it's something else that would we see those pro? Who knows? But just to see that they're still getting stuff there. That's good. That's good to see. I'm trying to see if there was anything else news-wise that I had seen.
Yeah,
and shout out to them for getting Wreckfest. So, because I saw Ray was having a blast with that game.
I saw Meg. I was watching Meg.
Oh my God, that was literally the best. That was the highlight of my day, watching that because.
Stadia is getting back on the horse right now. I have to say, in the last year, since a moment no one likes to talk about, it's been downhill. But right now, Stadia is picking it up. I have to say, they're getting back
Just
on the
wanna see.
horse. They got some good titles coming
I just
in
want
the
to see Luna.
futures.
Luna.
Yeah,
Well,
Luna's
that's the
one
thing. Hey, look,
not in the game right now.
we've down talked it before, but we're all gamers. We love all of the platforms. Every one of us, we may come across that we hate one platform or the other. I mean, I can't say much for JD because he is a PlayStation guy, so that says enough. Hey, we love JD anyways.
Yeah, look,
But I want all of them to succeed, and the fact that they're getting more games. That's good. That's what you want. We want to see more games coming. I would love to see the new Star Wars game.
Did they
Get
announce
that.
the PC, the PlayStation Now games?
Oh, you know what? I don't know if they
for December.
I know they did the Plus.
did they, because I don't even think I saw that.
I don't think they announced it.
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't think they announced it just now.
I know,
That'll probably be like
we got Godfall, they got Legos Villains, and we got oh my god, what was the other game? This is an older game for the Plus. Godfall, Lego Villains.
Well, no. So Sony confirmed its first two PS4 games joining PlayStation Now next. That are supposed to be joining. This article was written November 30th.
Close enough.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find what the titles were. There'll be at least 3 added during what? Sony.
Come on, let
Final
me a PS5
Fantasy
game.
10 and 10 2 HD remaster.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And
Final,
GTA
yeah.
3.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be Final Fantasy.
Well, those will debut on December 7th. It's just one of several that are getting. There's already Final Fantasy 7, 8 remastered, and 9 available to play this month. More will be added after the Final Fantasy 10, 10-2 HD. The last game being added from the Final Fantasy library is Final Fantasy 12: The Zodiac Age, with Sony confirming enter an era of war within the world of Ivalice. So. The other game already announced for PS Now is GTA 3 Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
Being the eldest of the 3 Grand Theft Auto games, included in the bundle, the GTA 3 has come in for at least the least amount of critical reviewing. Rockstar Games has already pledged to improve the overall quality of each game in the Definitive Edition. So that's the other one that's coming out. The remaining games have not been revealed, but are expected to be announced Monday, December 6th.
Yep.
See, again, with a Final Fantasy, like I noticed Final Fantasy 12 is on Game Pass, but it's not on xCloud.
Yeah, it's been that way for a little while, where the Final Fantasies aren't coming to cloud, and I do think it's because of the contracts that they have or are making with Sony.
Yeah,
they do have
because they got Endwalker
11 and Builders 2. You were gonna say, JD?
No, because they got Endwalker gearing up to release. They talking about that for PlayStation 5 and the DualSense, and then they got the Final Fantasy, the mainstream one, coming out on PlayStation. So yeah, it's just
Endwalker's early access is actually in a couple hours. So
Rainbow Six Siege is free this weekend for everybody. Just throwing that out there. I mean, for those that like that stupid ass game, I'm not one of them. I hate that game.
I will say I'm happy that Stadia's getting some games. I just wish it was a bit more than what they are getting.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this Ubisoft Star Wars game? Will it make it to Stadia?
Yeah.
It's
Ubisoft.
Because it's Ubisoft, I think it will.
It depends. It depends on what engine they're running. If it's a new engine that they're running the game on, I think it's going to be more difficult to port to Stadia, so it might not be a priority. So we might see it later. But for the most part, I think it'll probably come day and date. So.
I want to say 80% chances it's on Stadia day and date, but there are some off chances that because Disney is calling their shot on it as well.
And that's fair.
So they might
Right.
actually come out and say, okay, no, skip Stadia, just focus on those platforms and make some good sales. So, but I do think it's going to come to Stadia, most likely.
Yeah.
So, and as for the streaming stick, it's never been confirmed, but they talked about it, and it's supposed to come eventually. They never talked about a release date, but Xbox has been known for dropping stuff out of nowhere lately, so we could see it very soon. So,
I think next year.
Yeah, most likely.
You see a streaming
Yeah.
stick first, or do you see like them doing like an app, a TV app?
The stick first.
Stick.
It could actually be simultaneous.
True.
That's true.
So yeah.
I think Square's support for talking about the recent comments. Square's support is kind of iffy on Stadia, just because as of late they haven't been getting any Square Enix titles.
Yeah, I think I forgot what the last one I brought on Stadia.
Outriders was the last one, and then they didn't get Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
So it's not on Stadia, but we got 7, 8, and 9 over here on PlayStation Now. So that's one place in the cloud where you can play those Final Fantasy games. All three of them are great. It's hard to pick one that's better than the other. I personally adore Final Fantasy 9 as a whole. 7 is a great story. 8 has some cool mechanics to it, and the story is good. So just wanted to point out, if you wanted to play that in the cloud, it is in the cloud. It's just not as convenient as Stadia, where you can play on mobile yet, but there might be some changes coming soon.
Right.
Just think about like all the choices that we have to choose from, though. Like where to play games now.
Just wait till Nintendo jumps into the cloud too.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Hey, don't forget! Hey, don't forget Netflix. Don't forget Netflix gaming.
Netflix is in the cloud.
Whatever, dude. That's a mobile.
Yeah, they missed that up.
Stop it.
No, but could you imagine? I mean, I know that Nintendo, but if you think about like with Nintendo, do they really need cloud gaming? No. You think about where Nintendo is, and they've been around since the 70s. They don't need cloud gaming at this point. If they get into cloud gaming, it's sheer convenience. It's just an add-on for their services. That's literally all it would be.
They need a Switch OLED Plus edition.
But you know what though? Every time they could come out with a new Switch and something else, people are still going to buy it though. That's the thing. They have such a fan base. No matter what they do, they're gonna get people will buy their stuff. You can
that's
knock
what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. They can come out with a mini 3DS again. Or something crazy, and people will be out there in drones buying it.
I just wanted to bring this up because I'm not sure what you're talking about, Caliphate, about Bandai Namco changing their minds about cloud gaming, because they've been the strong supporters of Stadia, and they're releasing. We were talking about it a moment earlier. Dynasty Warrior 9 Empires. That's also from them, Bandai Namco, if I'm not wrong.
I'm gonna double check. I thought it was Koei.
I could be wrong.
It's Koei. It's Koei. It's Koei Taiwan. But Bandai Namco just dropped the Kakarot on Stadia.
Yeah, but it's still iffy because like those are old games. Let's be real. Like the newest Bandai game on cloud is on xCloud, and that's Scarlet Nexus. And that's the newest Bandai title.
But probably a lot of cash from Xbox for that.
Oh man,
they took
I could be on Twitter
and never turned them.
I do wish one of the cloud platforms got Dark Souls because that's one of my favorite series.
Yeah, it would be good for them to bring up, but it might not be because they're not interested in cloud, but because they got some contracts coming. That's the thing. The cloud right at Bethesda made it clear that cloud gaming can be very lucrative if you consider it separate from regular gaming, like local hardware. You get to sell games again or control the game where it goes, like in Game Pass. So
I didn't know Little
buy it,
Nightmares
especially
2 was Bandai Namco.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
both of them.
He's like, yeah, totally.
I will say though the porting wasn't the porting done by Supermassive though. Yeah.
Sorry about
I
this.
guess
Yeah, the
that's
second
fair.
one was ported by Supermassive. The
Oh,
first
yeah.
one though, I think was directly by them. But
Yeah.
Supermassive did the porting for the second one on Stadia.
I wonder if that was the contract that they had, the Supermassive contract with Stadia.
Possibly.
Because I remember them showing the logo that they had a contract with Stadia for something.
Yeah, around the same time then they showed the Thunderfall group
Yep.
that just released
Wavetail.
Wavetail?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know why I got the N64 game in my mind when I say Wavetail.
Yeah, I know, right?
would-
Rave Race. Let's go.
Wave Race, yeah.
Yeah, that game was awesome.
That was
It was awesome.
Maybe I should say From Software change their minds because y'all are right on their points.
Speaking of Bandai Namco, I forgot about that Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation Code Fairy, whatever. Looks dope.
Anything Mobile Suit Gundam's cool.
Tuggle parties. Derek, stop talking about your tuggle parties.
We don't have that kind of talk here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a pretty good week.
Hey,
Too.
it's a lot of
It's gonna
stuff
be-
going on.
Yeah.
Prepare
There's
yourself.
never been a
The
time like now
awards,
for gaming.
Game Awards.
Game Awards are next week.
I know, and that's
Yeah.
what we'll be talking about. And any quick predictions, guys? Game of the year.
Games.
World premieres.
Games.
Guardian
Games.
of the
More
Galaxy
games.
Guardian of the Galaxy walks away with a prize for sure.
Hands down.
But there's so many interesting stuff going on right now. It's hard to call it.
Yeah.
And 2022 will be even worse.
If you have a backlog of games, it's going to get bigger. That's all I can
Yeah,
I
say.
agree.
It's going to get a whole lot bigger for you.
I have a prediction. The new BioShock gets announced. BioShock Isolation.
Ooh, that would be good. But yeah, right now, if you're looking at buying games, buy the one you want to buy you want to play right now, because soon enough you won't have time to go back to those other games
Hell no.
you got savings on that you were thinking, it'll be fun after. No, forget it. If you're
I mean,
not playing it right now, you
Ubisoft's
won't
got
play it.
what, 2 coming out. Ubisoft's got a couple coming out. I mean, and there's other games galore. I mean, this is just going to be amazing stuff in the next few months.
Yeah.
Do you guys think
And
we'll
if-
see any of the new metaverse and now, being in the works right now by PlayStation, Facebook, Microsoft? We could see something from Microsoft. I think
I would say more Microsoft than Facebook or Sony.
Sony's
I mean, if you're
VR
gonna-
is
if you're gonna-
not
if
coming
you're
to
gonna
like
put it-
next.
If
to,
you're
like,
going to put
early
it in,
spring.
we put it in a list. I'm going to say Microsoft, Sony, and then Facebook at the bottom. That's my thoughts.
Outriders. Can't say for Stadia. Apparently, it got good on GFN. It's definitely worth it.
It's a decent
It's just
game.
I don't know. Go to my channel and look at my last video I did earlier today. you can check out my Outrider stream.
Stadia or GFN, dude. Can't go wrong.
What was it? I don't think we'll see any metaverse because I don't think Facebook is going to have a presence because it looks like Facebook's metaverse is more so around kind of normal life.
Mhm.
It's
it's
a
not
social
directed towards
platform for them
gaming.
more than a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
And
that chick keep naming stuff. I don't know, man. She's in court. She keeps the whistleblower. She keeps talking, man. I don't know.
And I think
I'm
Xbox
not saying nothing.
is not gonna. It's too new for Xbox. Because
Talking about the Epstein thing, or
No.
I ain't saying nothing.
I can see it. I mean, it's news. I mean, Facebook has a whistleblower.
Hey, let's not talk. They can hear you. They know. They're all seeing.
First of all, I used to work across the street from Facebook. I know.
There's your first problem right there.
I know some of the people at Facebook. I used to see dude go into Starbucks with his security.
Yeah, did you see how? Look how Terminator started out. They were nice folk too, and then look what happened. There was a guy pulling out of Facebook in a Lamborghini, and he was against my Ford Focus, and he dusted off into the all I saw was smoke, and he left me at the light. I passed the Lamborghini one time. I was in an old broke ass '86 Honda Accord, and I still passed one. I mean, I was in rush hour, so I was able to pass him, but it still counts. Damn it!
he was on the delivery truck, right?
No, I was outside DC, so he was actually on the highway on 495. He was on the interstate, but rush hour at 3:00 in the afternoon is terrible. So I zipped past him and got off the highway so I could say that I finally passed one.
I don't know if you guys know Jack in the Box, but there's Jack in the Box right next door. And they all go in there, order fries and burgers.
Stupid fake restaurants that don't exist.
Hey man, Jack in the Box is good, man.
Dude.
I know. I'm just kidding.
That's where you see. That's where they're hanging out.
Awesome.
Don't worry.
Sweet.
Summertime June rolls around on my ass. July, I'll be out of Bojangles.
Ooh, bro, I would.
I'll send you a picture of it.
Sorry, I'm gonna go visit my mom, man. I'm gonna go visit my mom. That's the first thing I'm gonna go.
What platform do you guys think will walk away from the Game Awards with the biggest announcement?
Xbox,
probably.
Xbox.
It's at Microsoft Center, so.
Yeah, I mean we're not saying it's rigged or anything, but yeah, I'm going to lean towards it. I mean, James sounded super thrilled to say that name.
Look, Xbox got the PR, man. They're the PR.
Sony was paying some money. Now Xbox got all the money, so there you go.
Then.
Xbox.
That's why you see Deathloop. That's why you see Deathloop everywhere.
I'm telling you, dude. If Psychonauts is Game of the Year, people are gonna riot.
Look, Deathloop is gonna get Game of the Year because it's owned by Microsoft, and they just paying. That's why you see the promo. Sony doesn't get the win for that. It's Microsoft.
I want It Takes Two to win it, but I think it's either going to be Deathloop or Resident Evil Village.
Hell no. I don't think Resident Evil is gonna win. So they're not gonna win.
It already won Golden Joysticks. I just think it's because it's popular is why it's gonna do well.
No love for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because of the tall lady and her big old boobies. That's why. You got them guys. Dude, the boobs.
Everything's big on her.
Yeah, it is.
It's taking a weird. This conversation is taking a weird turn.
She was trolling me on Twitter.
Big lady from Game of Thrones.
I'm just saying, somehow this is starting to take a weird turn.
She wanted to take a bite out of the sideboard. She was
I
following.
got no comment.
Oh my god.
Okay, what art direction? What game's gonna get art direction? I'm gonna say.
Wait, did I not update that?
Kina.
I think you're right. I think Kina's gonna get it
for best art direction.
There you go.
Yeah.
I took care of it, Kelly.
Under Stadia Vet Gaming. So
What the hell is Stadia Vet Gaming? What the hell is that game?
Did we do our votes last week? For game of the year? I mean, not last week.
I think we did.
Like a week or two ago.
You know what?
Yeah.
I sure did, JD.
I was talking about the who's gonna walk away with the biggest announcement.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox.
Yeah, Amazon. So it's gonna be Amazon. I'm Team Purple, baby. Team Purple.
Hey, New World RPG.
You know who's going to get the biggest news? It's going to get overshadowed. It ain't even going to be gaming related. It's going to be the fact that the Denver Broncos are sold and leaving Denver.
Man, dude, they're not leaving Denver, man.
They got four buyers that are ready to pay up.
NFL is not going to. Denver's got to have a team, dude. They got to have.
Nope, they're going to move them. They're going to move them to Canada.
That's going to be the family. That guy, Bowen's family's going to say, please.
Look, the Redskins will move will move out somewhere else. Denver's going to move to DC, or if Denver gets sold, they'll probably just move them to Oakland. Bring a team back to Oakland.
Them rats are going to be like, yeah, come on. We need to eat some more burgers and hot dogs, man. They're hungry.
Well, see that there you go. That's Callie said it right there. That's going to be what's going to drop the bombshell at the gaming news. It's going to be Lord of the Rings from Amazon, and they're going to steal the show. You're going to see Gandalf walking out there, and that's it. It's a game over.
Look, KOC about to walk up in there with their console, man.
If they go half price on that, I might just get that console. If they cut the price,
but you know where you'll be able to buy the console? At Taco Bell.
I'll buy I'll half if they half 50. Give me, I'll buy it.
You know what though, gaming wise, have you seen some of the games that Apple Arcade has been pushing out lately? And I know not everybody that doesn't have an app.
No.
Hey, I'm just changing the subject. Maybe Apple's gonna drop the bombshell. They're gonna be like, "Look, we all know who's the richest company. Apple's gonna start buying everybody up."
It could happen.
Sorry, buddy. It's iPhone time. Team iPhone.
I have Samsung.
Look, if Sony had a phone, I would have bought it. But
they got a phone.
My choice. No, I want a new phone. I want a new one. That's a PlayStation phone.
Nah.
No, with PlayStation. He's like, never mind. Look, my choice came down to iPhone 13 Pro, or it came down to the Pixel 6 Pro, and I went iPhone 13 Pro.
What's that, Ray? Turn that around.
It's a PSP phone.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I've updated Vet's information in the description, so the link.
Hey, Pixel 5a, yeah, that's what's up.
I went from a Pixel 4a to the iPhone 13 Pro, and I ain't looking back no more.
I've realized something terrible.
Uh-oh.
Is that Chorus is dropping at 3 a.m. tonight, and so is Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker. And I'm upset because I have to pick between two.
Damn.
Final Fantasy, man.
Final Fantasy. There's no choice. There's no debate.
But like a part of me is like, since I'm with Cloudy with Games, I'm like, I could stream it on Luna and do a first look, and then I'm like, or I could wait in queue and try and get into Endwalker.
Look, let me know what your stuff is on Endwalker, man. I might.
You know what it's going to be? The big news is going to be, watch, how much you want to bet whoever makes the biggest news, it's going to be Sega. Just throwing it out there, guys. I'm going to be the conspirator. It's going to be Sega.
Investment in cloud gaming. Cloud native.
Sega's going to come out strong.
This is
Fancy
gonna be the
star.
mic drop. Xbox done bought Warner Brothers.
I
Xbox-
can't say nothing.
Xbox
I could-
bought
let's see.
Warner Brothers.
There's a
That would
lot
be
of good
big.
IP in WB. So
Oh, Dreamcast make a return? Oh my god, I would buy it in a heartbeat. I mean, as long as it doesn't have Windows CE on it again, I'll be okay. But otherwise, put something else on that shit. I'd still buy it. I don't even care. I loved it. That was one of my favorite systems.
The thing
So
I'm
many good
curious
memories
about,
with that.
though, if Xbox is in talks to buy Warner Brothers games, why did AT&T put Batman on Stadia?
testing the waters.
Test.
But
Good way of acquiring data, though.
maybe that's the reason Microsoft is in talks with them, though, too.
Yeah, we'll go with you guys.
I'm just saying, because AT&T was testing the back end stuff using Stadia to test out a cloud stuff, and then now look, all of a sudden Microsoft's like, "Hey, come here, we got to talk to you. We might just buy you out."
Sony once upon a time ago was testing with Nintendo, and you saw what happened, right? It's called
They
it's called the Sony PlayStation. So
hey, that Nintendo said
Nintendo's the one that pulled out.
Yeah, Nintendo was exactly. Nintendo said that shit wasn't gonna happen. Nintendo said that shit was never gonna amount to nothing. Ain't nobody gonna buy no disc-based thing called a PlayStation. And look what happened.
But Microsoft came to the gaming market already trying to buy Nintendo. That's how Microsoft started with Xbox.
yeah,
So
I mean, hey, you know what though? If you're gonna come to the gaming, if you're coming out, I mean, if you're gonna be the new guy and you're coming out, you may as well make a splash. Say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna come. If I'm coming out, I'm coming out big." Nintendo, come on, let's just buy you up now and get this over with.
I'll tell you right now, most of technology is from buying out software and companies.
Look, I just want watch 3DO's gonna make a comeback.
Look at the origins of Apple and Microsoft. Apple bought the rights for keyboard and mouse from Xerox. If that tells you something.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ray knows all about that. Just kidding.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was around back then, dude.
I was trying,
Yeah,
I was
you were
trying
back
to
around when all the dinosaurs were running around too.
I was trying to make it a joke, and he's got to confirm it.
Hey, look, man, I had
back in the days-
Netscape, man.
Back
Hey,
in the
I
days
had
of
Netscape.
the dot matrix printing.
Hey, dot matrix printers still were one of the best printers out there.
I had Web TV.
Oh, shit, I remember that.
Oh man.
I was playing Ark on Stadia, and I think I saw Ray just walking around in that game.
Dude, don't knock Windows 98. I was rocking DeskMate software on my Tandy 1000 back in the day, playing Carmen Sandiego.
Windows
I had the
98.
Amiga
Dude, I was
500.
Windows 95, dude.
Oh man,
I was Windows 3. I had Windows 3.1.
Rolling Stone, start me up. And that was Windows.
Since we're talking nostalgia, who played that? What was that? Oh God, there was like a pinball game.
Space
I had
pinball.
the Amiga.
Yes.
I had the
Oh my
Amiga
God,
500, where like
When?
Monkey Island, the second one was on like
Oh, I
12
used to love
different discs.
Ray remembers
I
when
had
Minecraft,
the-
Minesweeper was a thing.
You're young, dude. You're not that old, man. Like that.
Me?
Yeah, you're not
Hey,
that
look, don't let the gray and the stash fool you. I'm not old.
I'm 35, by the way.
God bless you. I remember when I was 35.
I remember.
Yeah,
I remember you. I
I'm
remember
old enough.
those days.
I'm old enough to have started my gaming days with like the first game I ever played, I think, was Prince of Persia on the Amiga 500.
Oh, I used to love Prince of
I
Persia.
love Prince of Persia. Yeah.
And
Hey, I remember King's Quest, and Police Quest. Those were the thing. There was another one. Black Cauldron was another one that I played.
I remember.
Okay, I never had a Commodore in middle school. We were already at Windows by that point.
I remember playing Golgo 13. That was
Pitman.
I remember.
I know
ahead of its time.
Pitfall. Pitman.
Yeah, Pitman. Yeah.
Damn,
I also
are we on Retro Rewind?
We are.
I know, right?
Yeah,
What
that's
we-
what it's
what we-
becoming.
We're running out of stuff. Can we? My son's mad. He's got his Halo party. He keeps coming back. My Halo party.
Does he have a halo hanging, or is it horns?
But he's gonna see a Halo pretty soon. He come back in here.
Oh, man.
Tell me about that. Anybody remember that the gold rectangle image that said Rareware back in the day that used to just go in a circle? Like I think.
Man, Weasel sued Larry.
Oh,
48. I got you beat.
you're old. I mean, I'm like almost 40, but
I feel good when
Shit.
I'm on the Rock review because Rock's like 53 and Clive's like.
I mean, if I do. Yes, there you go, Callie. Donkey Kong Banjo Kazooie was under that logo.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country.
Rare Games was ahead of its time, dude. Donkey Kong. Oh my god.
I mean, we're all talking like what
everything
the 30,
old is
we're
new
talking
again.
30s, and I mean, I remember as a kid, I was excited when I got my memory pack for my N64 to play Madden with better graphics. When you had to stick that little memory card thing in there, man.
We're gonna be past the 3080s, dude. Can you imagine?
Yo,
Oh my
yo,
God.
watch this. Yo, watch this, y'all.
Oh shit!
Watch what?
Wow! Welcome to the newest thing on television, Sega Channel. It's available now,
Oh
and your
my
cable
God.
company has it. It's the first interactive network providing video games on demand 24 hours a day. With Sega Channel, you play what you want, when you want, for as long as you want, for one low monthly price. Hi, I'm Eric Hastings, here to show you how to stop
shit.
just watching TV and start playing it on Sega Channel. Now, you've heard
Dude, I
about
remember
interactive
this.
TV before. Well, this is the
time.
real thing. Sega Channel gives you video games on demand, up to 50 different games a month. You'll be playing great games, all right at your fingertips.
Like Comic Zone.
I'd play all these games if it wasn't for Sega Channel.
I think it's very economical, and it keeps my kids at home.
God,
There are more games than I've ever seen on Sega Channel.
Test
Wow.
Shit, I wish my parents said shit like that.
That's the origin of cloud gaming.
That's cloud
Right
gaming,
there,
baby.
exactly.
That's
Oh shit, that's
Landline gaming.
fantastic.
They're making a
Damn.
comeback at Game Awards, baby. Come on, Sega Channel.
because you had the cable connected and you had to play with your phone, right?
Yep.
Oh
Something
my
like that.
God.
Yep. Play through your phone line.
Dial up, man. Oh my god. Oh,
I didn't have dial-up for multiplayer games.
I had a 75 megahertz computer. Was my first computer.
I don't know what mine was. It didn't have a hard drive. It just had a disk drive and a monitor.
just hope nobody used the phone.
Right, you get
Dude,
disconnected.
Oh my god, they used to make me so mad.
I was in the middle of downloading the photo.
Yeah.
I was checking my email. Get off! You just messed up my America Online.
You got mail.
Oh, man.
Mail. Wow.
Dad, I'm trying to talk on AOL Instant Messenger. I gotta talk to my
AIM
friends.
AIM was fire back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, everybody
do you
had
guys
one.
have anything else you want to bring
No,
up before we...
No.
No, we've already lost control of this show.
Yeah.
We start talking retro, we've already lost control.
Right.
I gotta go pray to the gods anyways the Cowboys lose.
Look, I had to bring up retro streaming, right? You know?
Made me feel really bad how old I am now. I'm really depressed.
It's the OG cloud gaming.
Yeah, that's where it started.
So let's go around.
Everyone at the channel is watching us is looking at the OG.
All right.
But where do you think Luna channels came from?
So I'm gonna go. Ray, where can we find you?
Twitter, Ray3473. Let's see, what is tomorrow's Friday night. What am I doing? Holy crap, what am I? Oh, I'm doing
I'm
some
gonna be in bed with a book.
Shut up. I'm gonna be streaming Wreckfest, and then I'm gonna be playing Generation Zero Saturday night. Oh no, Red Dead Saturday night on Twitch, and then Sunday I'll be playing Generation Zero on Xbox.
Might have to jump in on that.
Hey, come on in. He's always Maker Chaos is always helping me. This guy beat so many games. Appreciate
I'm
that.
old though. I don't have. You stream too late for me. It's going to be even worse when I move to the East Coast. I'm really going to be doomed.
I work nights, so
like 1 a.m. You're gonna be like 1 a.m. on the East Coast.
Right, it's like 2 a.m. for me when you stream, Ray.
Well, I'm thinking about doing something during the day with Facebook, so I'm working on that. So I will be doing a GFN daytime Facebook. So look for that in a couple of weeks. Gotta get some stuff together.
Awesome. JD, where can we find you?
Oh man, you can find me JD3MXP everywhere, and I'll probably I'll try to hop in Walker if I can this weekend, see if I can get up in there real quick. But yeah, I'll be hopping in on everybody's screen. You just see me pop up, and I'll be there.
Seems like a lot of people are streaming Wreckfest. It's very popular.
I mean, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to stream breakfast. Fuck that.
Just pouring that maple syrup. Pouring it.
You know what? The sad thing is people still show up in my channel just to watch me eat breakfast.
Well, there is some people that do eat on their streams. I won't mention their names, but
yeah. Oh, you mean while they're in bed too? Just sitting there getting crumbs and shit everywhere. God.
That's right.
I
seen a roach one time.
Just do ASMR breakfast eating.
Right.
Like
Vet Fest. Yeah.
Vet Fest.
Maker, where can we find you?
on my Twitch channel, Maker Chaos 12 with the K, not the C here. But I'm actually planning on maybe playing a little bit of Tales of Arise since I picked it up on sale. So I might do that on my personal Twitch stream, but you'll mostly find me on Cloudy with Games, so youtube.com/Cloudy with Games, or on Twitter, Cloudy with Games.
Make sure you vote.
You need to add your
vote for the Cloudy Game Awards.
I did my
right here.
I did my
Streamer of the Year, baby. Streamer of the Year.
I actually need to add. I'll just.
Nick already won. It's my time now.
I'll put your.
It's Vet's time
because it's not in the description.
It's no. It's Vet's time.
But it's
Yes.
Vet's time now. Okay.
No, we're talking. I mean, well, you guys can find me Vet Cloud Gaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I'm streaming on all three again, just because I don't really have anything better to do, so I may as well stream on all three. I have no idea what I'll be playing tomorrow. That's Friday's my day where my kid's gone all day at school, so I have an open schedule from like 8:30 until 2:30. So I'll just make sure you have notifications on, and I'm at some point you'll see me live playing something, either GFN, maybe some Halo. Not that, Callie. I'm not. That will not happen.
Sorry, Polar just did a 59-yard touchdown for me, and I hate the Cowboys.
God damn it! I need. Oh, fuck. Doesn't matter. Washington's going to finish the NFC, win the NFC East, and finish the season 11-6. But yeah, so that's where you guys can find me. Just keep an eye on Twitter. I post things when I'm going to go live, and I may throw a poll up there if I can't figure something out.
I just followed Maker Chaos on. Whoa.
Also, make sure to go to the Cloudy Games and vote for your favorite streamer of the year. That's me. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Please, guys, go follow Maker Chaos on 12. He's got a picture where he has no long hair. It doesn't even look like him.
He's groomed.
It's like two different. This guy looks really.
I clean up pretty.
This is the handsome-looking guy I'm looking at. And I'm like, wait a minute, who the hell is that?
This is my COVID look. This is the COVID skin.
Look, let's not stray from the fact that I'm trying to promote Streamer of the Year here. We know who it is. It's none of the other people on that list. Meg already won. Her time has passed. It's my time. So She had her moment to shine last year. It's all Vet now.
All right, so he's got 130 followers now. Guys, boost up his followers, please.
Yep, bring it up. As for myself, I'm not sure when I'll be streaming. Well, normally I stream every Sundays. As for tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'll be doing something, maybe a bit of GFN. I'll have to see. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Halo lately, so it's most of what I've been streaming. So you can find me. If I'm streaming from the Xbox, it's gonna be on Twitch because I did try the Xbox Direct streaming, and can say I do like it. It works extremely well, and it only goes on Twitch. If not, I do like to stream GFN on my YouTube channel, so we'll see where it goes. So that's pretty much it for me. So anything else you guys wanted to add before we close this?
Nah, I'm pretty good.
Fun with the games.
We
man.
Have a good one.
So many awesome platforms with so much stuff to offer, folks. Have fun.
Yep,
Awesome.
that's
So-
exactly it.
Want to
please
say
vote.
thank you for
Please vote.
everyone who joined us tonight. The chat was on fire as always, but it was crazy. Really appreciate having you guys join us every week on this show. So
Rouster, I'm disappointed in that comment, Rouster. Anyways, vote for Vet.
I'm a bit of Meg fan, but I feel Meg has the edge, honestly. So yeah, thank you very much,
If I don't
everyone.
win,
This was Cloud Nation TV. Have a good one. Say goodbye.
Hey guys.
Peace.
Yeah.
Game on.
Later. Peace. Love it.